awful, awful radio show.
We're really, really mean-spirited, evil people who can't see the good in anything.
I think we've done a good job so far of being open-minded and broad-minded.
You know, like when you try to call the police when I touch you.
I don't call the police. I just pretend, because it makes you touch me a little harder.
Oh, God.
Excellence in broadcasting.
It's too bad you got to have some form of intelligence to listen to the Opie and Anthony show. Let's be honest, you probably didn't graduate high school. You probably have 3 or 4 kids, and you're probably a grandma at the age of 32. So I guess we have to give that much to you.
Tanya, I'd like to apologize.
Oh, you apologize. Go away.
Opie.
Jail is better than this misery I'm in.
Anthony.
I just think Nazi, and I can't get it out of my head.
Jim Norton.
Hilarious! Hilarious, people!
You guys ready to laugh?
It's got to be the greatest thing ever.
I'd sooner have a water drinking contest.
It's the Opie and Anthony show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Jesus. Good morning.
Hi.
How is everybody today?
Dare I say, dandy?
I'm terrific. In studio, Bob Kelly.
Bobby.
One of the comedians that will be part of the O&A Traveling Virus comedy tour.
That's because Jimmy's away. Where's Jimmy? Nashville. Yeah.
So we'll get to know Bob Kelly. Are you getting psyched for the O&A Traveling Virus comedy tour?
Yeah. Next place is in Jones Beach, right?
June 16th, baby. 8 or 9 comedians and the O&A Village and the tailgating.
What exciting.
Tickets are on fire this week, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
People getting so excited they're buying their tickets in droves.
And then they got to buy them again because they burn? What did you say?
Well, yeah.
Tickets are on fire? That sounds very dangerous.
They're on fire, so you
gotta.
So every person listening should buy 2 tickets.
Clear, yes.
One that will go up in flames, and the other one you can use to get into the show. There's something else about Jones Beach. Is Danny doing Dance Dance Danny at Jones Beach?
I certainly hope so.
What venue will Danny be doing Dance Dance Danny? There he is. Bob, you want to see Dance Dance Danny?
Oh, this is great. Where's his music? Of course. Why would E-Rock have it all queued up, ready to go, knowing that Danny walks in the studio? Why would E-Rock have it? That's one of those things we would love to just have at a moment's notice.
Can we call Danny the Big Rego?
Oh, here's Dance Dance Danny. Look at Danny. Go.
Yeah.
I can't even commit.
Danny had a rough night.
What else is new?
I think Danny had to drive home drunk.
Yeah?
No, he was sober by the time that stupid game ended.
But it was poker night and?
Poker night.
We're not going to get anything out of Dance Dance Danny right now.
It was fun. And Danny actually won the whole thing. Bastard. Totally sucked out on me. I was beating him. I had 2 pair. Went all in. And it turned out he had a straight draw. And it was like, well, and we're all sitting there going, well, Danny, the only card that you could win with here is an 8. What comes out? The 8. Suck out Danny knocked me out. And then apparently Than had the same fate. He had a good hand, or at least, a good heads-up hand.
So much for that strategy, huh? So much for that poker strategy.
No, it worked
That's
great.
why I say poker is all about luck.
It worked great.
It's all luck.
But the luck is a factor. But, then Than got his ass handed to him by the week's champion, Danny.
How much did Danny win last night in this illegal poker game?
My goodness. Well,
we play for pennies.
The house does have to take its cut.
You don't take a cut.
That's where it becomes illegal. It's legal to have games at your house.
Right.
You could have cash games at your house, and it's fine as long as the house isn't making money. Like usually at a casino, they make money because they take a little bit out of the pot.
So if somebody gave you like 20 for your wheat thins and your ginger ale.
Exactly. And it's bagels and club soda, my friend.
You know what?
I don't want any flavor. Ginger ale.
You got me into club soda. I feel like an old Jewish guy now.
Isn't it awful?
It's awful, but there's something about it that makes you, I don't know, there's something you crave.
It's the bubbles.
It is the bubbles, because when you're out and you're not drinking, it almost feels like you're drinking. You put a little lime in there, have a swizzle stick sticking out of it, some ice to clink around, and you're drinking. You're just not getting drunk. So everyone around you is extremely annoying because they are drunk.
You make that same face like it tastes like crap, but you're getting it down.
The whiskey face.
You get me addicted to that 3-card poker.
Oh, isn't it the greatest?
Oh, you like the 3 cards.
Well, I couldn't stop.
Yeah, it's very obvious. You just got back from vacation, Aruba, and you were playing the 3-card. Why weren't you playing Caribbean poker?
No, that's the suckers game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
3 cards kind of fun.
They love it down there in the Caribbean.
3 card, they almost give you the illusion that you have something to do with the game.
But the thing is you can show people your cards.
I know. You
can just be like, yo, check this out, dude. And the dealer's right there.
In some casinos, they frown on that. They yell at you.
Really?
No showing the card.
Oh,
there goes Danny.
Danny.
Did he just dance out of here? Yeah, he must have. The music's playing.
Dance,
there he
Danny.
goes. Dance, Danny.
Will that happen at Jones Beach?
I certainly hope so.
We'll have to wait and see. Anyway,
some casinos, they yell at you, though. They're like, don't show the cards to the person next to you. Don't show. Keep them above the table. Don't do that. Don't touch them until the rest of them are out of the machine. Ah! They go crazy.
It's such a watching game. You do nothing. Let's be honest. You do nothing in 3-card poker. And they have all sorts of crazy rules, like Ant's saying. Like, if you try to pick up your cards and look at them before the deal's even done, they completely freak.
They freak out. But
what the hell are you going to do?
But I've been to some casinos where they pick them up before the machine's done dealing them out, so it doesn't matter.
You can't take the cards off the table.
No, you can't even take them back.
Nope.
And, they have to stay over the surface of the table.
My girl kept taking... Because, I was playing with my girl, and she kept taking she got, into it real quick, and it was fun. I think she got 3 threes first hand.
Oh, that's
first
nice.
hand.
First hand, 3 threes.
30 to 1 there.
Absolutely. Yeah, 30 to 1. And then she kept taking her cards off the table, and the guy was really nice. Like, excuse me, ma'am, you can't do that. But she get so nervous and excited being there that she kept doing it. And it just bugged. I was like, did you hear the guy?
Oh, it bugged you?
Are you stupid?
It bugged you?
Yeah, because it's like, listen, it's cute after, I keep forgetting, I'm sorry, and she makes that little cute face.
Yeah.
And you're a little embarrassed because it's like, look, you're playing cards and you're letting her play with you, and we're having fun, but really, honey, I'm trying to win some money here, and you're here, so...
I'm working. Stop with your fun.
I don't want you to go and, hang out with some, Dutch, Aruba dude.
That's going to murder you.
Yeah. Some dude with a good...
That's the problem with going on vacation. You always have to worry about the people hitting on your chick. The natives don't care. The people that work at the resort and take you on the excursions. Their whole life is like making sure they have the perfect tan.
The Kentucky booze cruise.
Yeah, and not an ounce of fat on them. And you're just Joe Slob from New York just trying to get away for a week, and get some sun.
They've had time to cultivate every line that works on American women. And they take you on the Kentucky cruise with all the beer and sangria you could drink. So you're half passed out, vomiting off the back of the boat, and they're consoling your loved one. Take your top off. Why would you want to look at your boyfriend?
Yeah.
What is he doing, man?
You get so paranoid that, your chick goes, hey, I'm going to go to the bar pool, get a couple Coronas.
Bar pool?
But I'll follow you. I got to go to take a leak anyway.
Don't go alone. Because I'm going to see what the menu is down at the restaurant. No, hang out. I just got to take a shower and get dressed. I'll be done in 3 minutes. You're taking like an army shower. and then run out. Don't let her alone for a second.
You go away for a week. By the second day, you're beyond paranoid of everyone around you. Stupid towel boy. Like, what is his agenda?
You let her out of your sight for 3 seconds. She's walking back to the room like John Wayne. You're just like, oh, they got her. Oh, they got her.
The thing is, though, is you'll see her over there talking to this guy, and he's smiling, and they're laughing. Then you go over and ask for, like, a towel,
and they
and
throw
he
it in
hates
your
you.
face, right?
Yeah, he hates you. It's like, what the hell were you doing with... What was she, funny? Is she great, hilarious? Should she be a comedian? This is what I do for a living.
No, it's great. Bob was bummed out that they didn't flirt with him, too.
Yeah. What, did you want a little flirt from the towel boy?
They have no tan lines, you know.
No.
You know, though,
natural.
It's also because they're women. No offense, Arubian women or whatever, but most of these women... Then, you know, you bring down one of these American girls that got it together. Their nails are painted, their toes are the same color, and their backs don't look like wrestlers. I mean, half of these women. You remember the monster on that used to chase around Bugs Bunny, the shoulder monster?
Yeah.
They all have that. They all have that back.
What is the shoulder monster again?
People.
That big shoulder monster.
Gossamer.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
See, he knows all that. See, you're like me. I would say shoulder monster from Bugs Bunny. He knows the name.
Where Bugs did his hair up in curlers that were made of dynamite.
Right.
And then he lit it, and his hair was peeled back like a banana peel. And then the next scene, he was fine.
Yeah.
That's how cartoons do that.
Yeah, sure.
All those women down there are atrocious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all have fat ankles hanging over their sneakers. And their flat backs. They look like The Rock from the back.
The Rock. The Rock says, you want beads in your hair. No, I don't really. No. Move on. They walk back and forth on the beach and just harass you.
Yeah.
You cannot just lay there. You have to make... it's the stress... It's supposed to be relaxing, and I'm stressed out laying on the beach make believe you're asleep, honey. Make believe you're asleep. You got to play dead like a bear is coming over to eat you because they're trying to sell you everything. Would you like to buy a shell? I can see one 5 feet down the beach I could just pick up. Leave me alone.
Would you like to buy a metal necklace I just made and wear it in the hot sun?
Yeah, exactly. That thing's burning a cross in your chest.
And the problem is, if you buy one, then then
they come over.
The word spreads.
Because they see you got something, and then they know, hey, there's a sucker over there. But they see that you're laying in a nice reclining chair. You got the umbrella. You got a drink in one hand. You got that hungover look. You're just laying down. And yes, I want to go parasailing. No, I want to lay down. Jet ski, you want a jet ski today? Do I look like I want to? I'm sleeping. Yeah. I'm in bed on the beach. Yeah. Consider me in bed on the beach. Leave me alone. Don't try to sell me something.
Yeah, it's awful. You want to go parasailing in like something a guy made in his garage. It's got duct tape on it. He's hooking you up to the duct tape on. She's got a perfectly brand new harness, and yours has rat bites in it. It's okay, man. Don't worry, man. They're zipping you out at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, you gotta like buckle yourself into the thing, but they help your broad to the point. Like, hey, man, what are you doing to her?
Yeah, you got to take your top off to get this on.
Is this too tight, man? Let me help you.
Yeah, this is called an areola harness.
Right. You're sitting there with the apparatus. You don't even know where your leg goes. You got to figure the whole thing out, and he's working it with your chick step by step. It's on her perfectly, and yours is all just like hanging.
You got an old World War II chute that was used in like the Normandy invasion.
Yeah, and you can't go anywhere on Sundays. I usually stay from like Sunday to Sunday. I'll leave on a Sunday, get there late Sunday afternoon. But Sunday's like the local day. Like at the beach. Yeah. So you'll go to the beach and there'll be all the locals. And they have this little area that the hotels will give them with coral and sharp rocks. You know what I mean? And then like 2 feet over where the Wyndham is, it's all sand and there are little fun things to do.
Dude, you nailed it. But, we went to Atlantis down there in
Bahamas.
Bahamas, thank you. And as you're driving from the airport, all the locals are in the worst water possible, like you just said, coral, rock formations, awful waves that like are just crashing into the rocks, and you get to the resort and there's not a rock to be seen for the tourists.
There's the resort. Everyone's like, woo! conga lining around the beach, drinking their mixed drinks. It's fantastic. Everyone's having a great time.
Oh, the guy. They just gotta hate the people that come down on vacation.
They look like 5 feet over a barrier that they're not able to cross. Yeah, hot. Everyone's drinking, partying, topless chicks walking around. Yeah, let's go snorkeling, honey. And then, you move over 5 feet on the beach.
Yeah.
There's a civil war going on.
Those are the kids. Those are the 9-year-olds playing.
There's people in army uniforms at 8 shooting at each other.
There's a civil war going.
What was that? Oh, I think it's the fireworks display. Yeah. Keep going.
That's how they open up the coconuts, honey.
Hey, coconut drink over here, please. Coconut drink. What the hell is that sound? Is that machine gun? No.
I think it's the golf cart. Backfiring.
That's what it is. It's another round for my friends. Yeah. Hey, look. We're bowling on the beach. It's fantastic. Little ping pong.
We're rich Americans.
Yeah. We're
Americans. Bowling on the beach. Look at this. Just
That's
for me.
Fantastic. Hey, what's happening over there? What is... That's odd. Does that mean it's noon and all banana daiquiris are free? I think that's what it is. Yeah, we're feeling hot. You just passed the locals and they're shooting at each other.
Stupid civil war. And then you ask someone at the resort and they're like, don't worry about that.
No worries, man.
Yeah,
it's all good, man.
Just don't leave the compound.
Right.
Oh, damn.
You can't leave.
No.
Especially if you have a pink all-you-can-eat lunch and dinner bracelet on. So you stick out like a sore thumb.
Oh, please. Forget about it. If you're walking down the street and you see those packs of wild dogs crossing the street and you're wearing your I'm with Club Med bracelet, it's over.
Dogs, and they're all the same size. I don't think there's a baby dog. It just comes out a grown adult. And they're just walking around, and they have bullet wounds.
Yeah, of course.
Like they survived a shooting. And they...
It's awful. It's just horrible when they have to drive you from the airport to the resort.
Yeah.
You're just looking at these places going, where's the resort? Oh, please, where's the resort? Pull me through these nice, beautiful gates.
You're just scared. You're white-knuckling it all the way to the resort, and all of a sudden you see the resort in the distance, and it's like, it's sunnier over there.
Dorothy walking through the poppy field.
Right. But on the way, man, you see the locals doing their laundry in the same water.
It must be this.
Just it's the day out at the beach.
They're drinking it.
They're getting their laundry done as they go swimming and in the rocks and the coral.
Yeah, they climb down a side of a wall, a coral wall.
It's got to be the same feeling that those poor soldiers in Somalia felt when they finally got their Humvees out of the roads and hit that soccer stadium when they were finally at safety. That's what it feels like when you're driving there. It's not about, oh my God, what? There's a war going, and the taxi driver will tell you that there's a war going on.
Yeah, they just turn up the reggae in the taxi a little louder.
It's like, don't worry, man. You're almost there. Oh, we'll be doing the electric slide anytime. We're here. Here we are at the resort. Can I get your bags, man? Yeah, thank you. And we're all untrusting. Remember when they came for our bags at the Club Med? They just kind of rushed the van. And I was looking around like, oh, my God, we're dead. And they fling the doors open and grab your baggage and go, don't worry. And they can you a drink.
Yeah.
And go, your bags will be in the room.
It's the greatest setup ever. You flew all night. You show up at the resort at 11 o'clock at night. You're tired. You drop your bags and don't worry about your bags. And they hand you a drink.
They go, have fun by the pool. We'll take care of everything. Your bags will be in the room. And I'm just picturing them rummaging through it. Hey, this will be yours, man. You take this.
You know what the worst is your girl. she's so naive to the whole city. As soon as I get off, as soon as I get there, I'm in James Bond mode. I'm in like Secret Service special ops.
Secret Service.
I'm standing there. I'm not smiling. I'm standing up straighter. I pretend like I have a gun in my back. Like I go outside and I keep touching the back, so they think he has something. He keep touching the back. He's got something in the back. We need to check him out. He might be special ops. You know what I mean? And then you walk out and you don't pick. I don't pick the guy who comes up to me. I go no to the first couple, and I say it sternly, and I look at no. I said no, and then I'll pick my cab guy like he's my cue. Like I'm waiting for this guy.
Yeah. Right, he's your cue. Yeah.
Oh, hello, Bobby.
Yeah.
Living
This car is equipped with oil slicks, smoke screen.
Right.
Thank you.
I start making like I start looking around as we're driving, like that over there. That must be where they make the oil for the island. And that's the prison right there. Like I've been here 9 times. I've never been there before. Like you got to watch out on this island thing. Things happen at night. You got to be careful.
Like you know everything.
Can't we just have fun?
And what's your chick doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with one boob hanging out.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Well, you should know. Can't we just go to that island that the guy said that they pick you up and everybody goes to, and it's a party all day and all night? No, you're not going to come back with your hair braided.
Here's the sound that's going in your girl's head. This is all she's hearing. Party time. She's talking to all the guys. So naive, too. Like, did you meet that guy, Jack? He is so nice.
Oh, you mean with the tear tattoo?
Is that
he?
Jack?
Yeah, the tear tattoo and the 8-pack.
Yeah. That's good.
All he has to do is work out.
The genetics these guys have.
He runs the trapeze over at Club Med. And he's from France, and he's just the nicest guy. Is he? Really?
The best was Aunt's ex. Did some parachuting there.
Did she went skydiving.
Because she got talked into it by a hot dude. The next thing you know, Aunt's wife is walking off with some hot dude to go skydiving.
So I'm watching
trust me,
the plane.
This is so long ago, Aunt doesn't give a crap. But at the time, it's like,
I don't care.
What the F is this?
I see the plane like spiraling upward, getting altitude, and then I see a little dot because it's tandem jumping, which is pretty much, I'm taking you from behind skydiving.
She didn't have any harness. She was held on by something else.
Yeah, no harness necessary, man.
Man, don't worry, man.
Yes, I won't lose you.
She'll be attached to me. Don't worry.
Yeah,
That's
great.
right. She was basically sitting on the guy's lap.
Yeah, that's how it is.
What's that about?
And I see this little
Who
dot
would allow that?
fall out of the plane.
I know why you allowed it, because you didn't care anymore.
At that point,
but
I
I'm
was
just saying,
hoping to not see a shoot.
She's got a G-string on.
because they don't. Yeah, because they
don't need to change. You put jeans on. Just wear your bathing suit. We're jumping. What is it? 15,000 feet.
It's very hot in the plane. You might want to shed your clothes.
This was Club Med skydiving. You're right. Everyone is in beach wear. It's like they don't tell you to go get a freaking.
They're not dressed like the 82nd Airborne.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you see skydiving, they're in suits. They're in jumpsuits, except for your wife.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
in a G-string.
G-string with some guy strapped to her by Cialis. And they just fly out of the plane. I see this little dot plummeting until the chute opens. And there was a little part of me, I'm looking around the beach and all this hotness going, how bad would it be if that canopy didn't pop?
How bad would it be?
Or it did just 2 seconds before the ground.
Yeah.
It should thump.
Flood.
I actually took Viagra you can buy that right over the counter down there.
I'm sure you can.
Hey, can we?
All the employees probably have it all the time.
I popped it.
You popped it, and we'll find out what happened after the break.
Oh, what a nice tease. You're a C-tease.
I don't mean to, but we're a little late there, Bobby.
All right.
Oh, man. We love vacation stories.
They're all the
We
worst.
should talk about the Marine dude.
Oh, that guy in the boat.
We went on, all right, maybe after the break, went on a little snorkeling adventure.
With a Navy SEAL.
With a Navy SEAL, retired Navy SEAL guy.
Never look more ridiculous.
And all the girls on the boat were just like...
swooning.
They couldn't help themselves. This guy, all he does is take tours out on a snorkeling boat and goes to the gym in between trips.
Well, after the break, we got to talk about that.
All right, we'll do that one next, man. It's Opie and Anthony.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
92.3 Free FM.
Free FM.
Hey, we're talking about comics, a brand new comedy club here in New York City, and the one, the only Bob Kelly, Robert Kelly, will be at comics all weekend long, right?
Yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, and 1 show on Sunday.
Very good, and you can save $5 on Robert Kelly tickets with the promo code FREEFM.
Doesn't come out of your pocket, does it, Bobby?
Yes, it does. But for you guys, it doesn't matter. For the
You're
fans of
a good
O&A, take it.
It's comics with an X at the end. For all showtimes and tickets, check out comics at www.comicnewyork.com. So that's COMIXNY.com. Or give them a call, 212-524-2500. Comics is located at 353 West 14th Street, just east of 9th Avenue. I mean, you know, what are we going to say about Bob Kelly? He's hilarious, and we hope you go see him at comics this weekend.
That's a great place, too.
Are you coming?
Like, really nice looking. Yeah, I'll be there, Bobby.
You're really going to come?
Absolutely.
Are you lying?
I'm showing up.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, we have nothing to do.
All right.
I'm not going to be there. I saw you last time.
We have nothing to do. I'm not going to be there.
I have nothing to do at all.
It's comics. Give them a call, 212-524-2500, or check them out on the internet there, comicsnewyork.com, COMIXNY.com. Comics. Oh, it's Air Guitar Friday. Let's not forget. Nice.
I'm doing long neck bass.
I saw
Wow.
that. Very good.
That is a long neck. Wow, you can't even reach it. I'm helping you out. I'm like 10 feet away, and I'm helping. That is a long neck bass.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show.
Rock.
I just came for the coffee.
Came for the coffee. I didn't... Oh, please, can you edit this segment?
I know we have ADD, but we'll get back to the Club Med story. But yesterday on the show, Bob, we played a news story about a coffee shop, Coffee Nation, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And it's like a drive-through coffee, little joint, little shack. And the women are all like in really small bikinis. And
Slinky little bikinis.
And business is way up. And when they dressed normally, they were getting maybe $25 a shift in tips, and now they're getting upwards of 80 and more. The tips have gone way up. And they're interviewing all these guys, and most of the guys are pretty much admitting, hey, you know, if you're going to get your coffee, this is the way to get your coffee, right? Well, one dope was like, I just come here for the coffee.
I just come for the coffee. Because you know he'd go home and just get spanked.
Right.
You know, if that makes the news and she's the wife is watching, she'd be like, what do you went to that bikini? Honey, just the coffee. I just came for the coffee.
He was so paranoid. All the other guys are smiling like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice view when you get your cup of coffee. Yeah, the girls, they're pretty. You know, we go down there. If we got 30 guys down at the shop, and we go over here and get all the guys coffee at the place with the girls and stuff. And this guy was like, I come for the coffee.
Like, is that a TV camera? No,
TV camera's rolling.
I come for the coffee.
I come for the coffee. Do you? So what are you here for? I came for the... Oh, I mean the coffee. Oh, no.
What do you think it was, Daytime?
Honey, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Chris Hansen's going to come out of
cup
a donut.
Of coffee, yeah.
Excuse
you're
me,
here
sir.
for the coffee.
Yeah, but, you know, the guy's just trying to get a little peek. He's probably miserable. He turns the corner, and there's the TV crew interviewing. I just come here for the coffee. Oh, yeah.
Just drops his coffee. Right. Kicks the cup in the gutter. I'm just walking around the corner. Hate coffee.
Anyway.
There's a topless donut shop in Maine.
Yeah, someone called
Maine,
yesterday.
dude.
We didn't get to him.
Dude, I used to... there's a topless donut shop in Maine. It's attached to a strip club, and you can go get donuts and coffee, and it's topless waitresses.
How do they get away with that with the Board of Health? I mean, God bless them, but
it's Maine. There's no Board of Health in Maine.
They keep the bottoms on it, and that's where the health issue comes in.
They don't care about breasts. It's what's going on underneath the bottom of the bikini that is a food issue.
Yeah.
Well, that'll
the other thing.
That's wonderful, Bob. Jeez.
Wow. Can you not say breast?
Yeah, you can.
You can. Just keep it at that. Stop.
All right. Okay. Nice talking to you.
It's nice talking to you.
But it's a topless donut shop.
Topless donut shop.
I don't like the combination food nude broad that I don't know, like stripper broad or, you know, a girl that would work in a topless donut shop. I don't want her handling my food. That's like at the strip club when I used to go to a strip club after work when I was actually working for a living, and it was a little place on Jericho Turnpike, and walk in there, and there's big heroes and buffets set out with like ziti, and I'm sitting there, and I'm paying $7 for a beer years ago, and looking at these guys just loading up on food, and they're eating at the bar as the Long Island stripper, the day stripper, which is just the worst shift ever, is walking on the bar. And she's stepping over with the corns on her toes, stepping over your ziti, and they're just shoveling it into their mouths like, yeah, hot. That's hot.
She has a cave woman outfit on.
A cave woman.
Yeah, she has a plastic club and just
like
a hairy bikini.
You're sitting there shoveling ziti in your mouth as girls blast from the jukebox, and then she pulls up a little covering on her breast and then goes, "Could you eject this, Bill? Could you eject it? I don't like this one."
I
why do they have to cover up when they don't like the music and they're waiting for the new song to start? And then a new song will start, Poison will come on, and they'll take the top back off and start dancing around your food again.
And then the jukebox slows down, and they cover up immediately. Oh my God! Could someone fix that?
Just hit eject, and then she feels compelled to tell the guy in front of her why she doesn't like the song.
Yeah,
this was me and a boyfriend that used to beat me. Used to like this song, and it just reminds me of, okay, back to work.
How's your rigatoni?
Yeah, is the ziti good?
I wish they didn't make it into cream sauce in this place. That's cool. I'd like to be able to see what's in here.
I'd cover my beer.
Red sauce, let's be honest.
Yeah, really.
Hey,
frankly,
when I went down to Dallas with Jimmy,
think of that.
When I went down to Dallas with Jimmy, they took us to a strip club. I think it's called the Lodge. It was like a top-of-the-line steak place with naked broads.
No, see, I won't eat in an
animal
establishment like that.
Animal heads on the walls and stuff, and then they had a stage, and you had the big like hunting chairs, and you're eating steak,
like Commander McBragg.
And exactly.
There I was, nude broads eating buffalo meat.
Dallas is insane because you got that joint, and then everyone goes out. And then after hours, I think there was a strip club. Maybe someone could help me out in the Dallas area. And their big theme was legs and eggs. Because it was time to eat after the bars closed. So everyone went to the strip club that kind of served food, and their big promotion was legs and eggs.
My ultimate fear would be eating some of the ziti or one of those big, 10-foot heroes that they would put out, and just getting where you're chewing and they go, and have to pick between your teeth and go, and just pull out something curly. Like, that is one of the biggest fears of eating food. Anywhere, right. Anywhere, you're right, anywhere. But in that establishment, it's just too free-flowing. It's in the air like pollen. I don't need it landing on my food.
Legs and eggs, just come out with like a thing of egg whites and just throw it on a guy's face. Raw egg whites. Oh, I'm sorry.
Here's my legs.
Oh, boy.
There was a bunch of us, and one of the guys I was with, got to keep this a little vague, he decided to make out with one of the strippers at the Legs and Eggs promotion.
Great.
And he comes back to the table to start eating his eggs, and he starts laughing uncontrollably. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, I just gave that girl strep throat.
God only knows what she gave him, though. Strep throat.
Stupid guy.
What a move, dude.
Just spreading strep throat among the stripper community.
He passed on a viral disease, and he's happy about it.
On purpose.
He gave the girl mono. Something she's going to have to take penicillin for.
Oh, what an ass.
Everyone's just hammered, and for some reason the stripper liked one of the guys I was with, and they're off in the corner making out, and then he comes back. He goes,
for strep throat.
That is so wrong. I understand. Anyway, Club Med. So,
all right.
So we go on a snorkeling trip. We've told this story. This is one of our classics. We open up the vault for this one, but
it's just too. It completely fits the situation. Bobby just got back from what, Aruba?
I was in Cabo, Dane. I was in Cabo and Aruba. I was in Cabo. Dane rented a mansion for 4 days
Wow.
on the beach. Yeah, but you know what? It's like Aruba. I don't mind because it's the ocean. You can
It's
go
windy,
in. There's
though.
It's kind of windy, but it's a cool breeze. So there's no waves, and it's 2% crime rate, except if you're a white chick hanging out with local guys. And Mexico, Cabo, it's like you see, a Jeep drive by with cops with machine guns.
Yep.
And then the waves will kill you because the waves come in 8 foot high and they break and just slam onto the ground, and then they go back out in the ocean.
Well, the
you
problem
can't
is
even get into the ocean.
The problem with those waves, they're 8 foot high and they break like a foot off the beach.
Yeah, they break right at the... You can't even
You
enter
have
the
no
ocean.
cushion if you get hit with these things.
Yeah, it's like Armageddon. At the end of Armageddon.
You know what happens if you do get past the breakers like that, though?
Yeah, it sucks you out to sea.
It's so deep, the drop-off just goes down over your head.
Yeah,
When you walk out 3 feet and you're over your head.
you can't even sit there and enjoy the waves because you'll get sucked out. All of a sudden you look and your feet, you're buried up to your knees in the sand from the suction from the ocean.
It is kind of scary.
It was ridiculous.
All right, hold on. We're all over the place. Jeff in Boston. Jeff, go ahead.
Hey, man, that Topless Donut Shop is awesome up there in Portland.
Yeah? Portland, Maine?
Yeah, it's right off of Exit 8 if you guys are heading up there.
I've been to Maine once, and it was Sunday River, where you have to go on a local road for over 100 miles to get to
it's
the
ridiculous.
ski
That's no
resort.
fun at all.
I don't
no
like
fun
the
at
idea of eating donuts from nude broads.
Why?
It kind of skeeves me out a little bit.
It's not the donuts you got to watch out for. It's that glass of milk you asked for.
All right, get out of here.
Nice. That came out nice and smooth, didn't it?
Didn't it? Nice delivery.
Hey, the guy had a great line. All right, so
Yeah.
Club Med, they take you snorkeling. And,
You got to do all the staple things there, and snorkeling's one of them.
And so it's a boat filled with couples, and Aunt and I were working our asses off. We're as white as could be. We look like veals. We don't have time to work out. I think my whole workout regime started after I got back from that Club Med trip. Because I was like, no effing way am I going to deal with this ever again in my life.
Yeah, we did nothing but drink and
So-
then sit down and do our radio broadcast.
So we got beer bellies. We're as white as my T-shirt I have
gotta
on
get some
today.
pictures of this, dude. I really got to see what you look like before.
I got a few, yeah.
Like you got pimples all over your body because you never take your shirt off. It's just festering underneath your clothes.
Are you homeless?
And then you're taking your shirt off to go snorkeling, and you get on a boat, and I swear to God, this guy was like an ex-Navy SEAL dude.
Yeah, Navy SEAL guy.
Decided, it'd be fun to just bang broads, at Club Med for the next decade.
He was the biggest show-off douche.
Right.
This guy would he'd take you out on the boat and give you a little lesson on the way, tell you what to expect, things like that. And then on the deck, when you finally get to the location, the reef, he gives you the hand signals on what to do if you're okay, if you're in trouble, you need help, just everything. And he's using these military signals, like the fist on the top of your head. This will mean you are in trouble. Don't wave your arms. I will think you're just saying hello. Like really smart-ass drill sergeant kind of stuff.
And it's a snorkeling
But he's
trip.
telling the guys that, and to the ladies, like, you got any trouble, you just give me a look, and I'll make sure you're okay. Our flippers, and then you put your mask on, and everything smushes in your face, and you put the snorkel in, and your lips fog out, and you can't walk or see right because your mask is fogged up because you don't know how to clear it right. And this guy, at one point, and I'm not kidding you, this happened. At one point, in the middle of talking, he goes, 1 minute, puts a knife in his mouth, jumps overboard.
Wait. Please. I know you'll do the story justice. But before that, he has to take his tight surfing shirt off.
Oh, yeah.
The shirt the guys wear at the beach if they have a good body, and he just slowly takes it off in front of the girls, and they're all like...
Oh, the girls just freak. All you see is like abs, pecs. You're just seeing muscle groups.
So he gets up on top.
There should be a doctor with a stick pointing at the muscles because it's a perfect example of what a guy should look like.
And we're just sloppy,
And we're
like
all
at the back
fat.
of the boat.
You got hair on your nipples.
Yeah, you're just looking at each other going, oh.
We're disgusting.
So he takes off his surfing shirt, and every girl on the boat loses a little bit, and then
he's got the wetsuit shorts on, and nothing else. Wetsuit shorts. He doesn't have flippers on. He doesn't have anything. And he goes.
He takes the knife. Sorry.
And he gives us all instruction beforehand too. He's telling the guys and addressing the guys just in nasty tone. And he's like, do not touch any of the life forms you will see down there. They are protected, blah, blah, blah. And then out of nowhere he goes, 1 minute, puts a knife in his mouth, does a perfect dive overboard. You barely see a blip in the water. The guy's, and then he disappeared. He went underwater and disappeared. Yeah. So we're just standing there like, what the hell is going on? He pops up and with a huge starfish in his hand. Here is some of the life forms you will see down there. After he tells us not to touch any.
Those are stock, too. It's probably dead. It has, It has Welcome to Mexico on the back
Disney
of it.
Prop. It's animatronics.
Yeah, but right after he said don't touch the wildlife, he comes up with this huge starfish.
Starfish with a knife.
That he dove without a snorkel or a mask or
anything.
He
didn't need anything.
Just showing off.
What was the knife?
Just in case he encountered something he had to kill with his bare hands.
What, a parrotfish?
Parrotfish.
And then he's like kind of flexing while everyone's snorkeling and putting on suntan lotion.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
girls are, all of a sudden your chick's not with you anymore. You're like, what the? They're all just staring back at the boat as you're looking at the fishes.
They're supposed to be your buddies, you know? Everyone dives with a buddy. Me and Opie were buddies.
Yeah, absolutely.
The chicks were on this guy like, you know those pilot fish that follow sharks?
Yeah.
That's what they were like on this guy.
Dude,
following him.
I could add to the story, too. This goes back to 97?
Yeah.
Probably 10 years ago, 9 years ago. And I knew my relationship at the time was, you know, we were definitely in trouble, and unfortunately it took way too many years to finally acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Because I'm the biggest idiot in the world. But I've never told this part of the story, by the way.
Oh.
So we're at Club Med, and it's like we were joking to start the show. You want to stay, you know, near your girl as long as you can because you just don't trust anyone at a resort atmosphere, especially Club Med. I finally had it. I'm like, I gotta go to bed. It was like 2 a.m, whatever. And I go back to my room and I just crash. And she's out there with your ex.
Yep.
Next thing you know, it's like 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and I hear giggling and like talking. And I'm like, what is this? I stagger out of bed. I open the door, and there's my chick at the time flirting with the trapeze guy that walked her home.
Guy. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that trapeze guy was on her the entire trip.
Yeah.
Opie's whole vacation, well, it was a working vacation, but the whole time was spent like watching the goddamn trapeze guy.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, is another ass. Because they're flipping around these trapeze things like he's a pro, because he is. He's doing the somersaults and grabbing the other trapeze, his legs, doing back and forth to the arms, and then whoosh, back up on the platform. Ta-da!
Then some fat Dutch lady can't make it across.
No, me.
Oh, you couldn't?
And then I gotta let's say, try the trapeze. Try the trapeze so you look more ridiculous than another guy here.
Right.
It's the whole trick to all those guys there is to come up with their specialties, whether it's the snorkeling guy or the trapeze guy or whatever other things are going on, dancing, whatever. So you look 80 times worse doing it. So your chick goes, I am with such a loser. That's a real guy.
Yeah, I'm with such a loser. What's your email address?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was exchanged at the time.
Was it?
The trapeze guy.
She got his email. Let me ask you a question. What was that excuse? Because this is the thing, is that my girl sometimes gets very... They act so naive. Like, why would he want to do anything?
Yeah.
Honey, I'm with you. I'm with you, and that's all that matters. Does it? No, because I do esthetician work. I work in a salon, and his sister worked in a salon before.
I bet
and
she
was
did.
trying to get back into it again, and she lives in Chicago and might come to New York next week on maybe Monday, but might not. And he just wanted to email me to see if maybe I can.
Yeah.
What?
And you're sitting there like, how stupid do you think I am?
And how stupid are you
But there was
to believe that?
There was the giggling, at the door at 5 a.m, and who knows what was going on
It's
now.
like, excuse
Who
me?
knows?
Yeah. Who knows? They're all drunken.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
There should be no giggling in your room with your chick at 4 a.m.
No, outside the door.
while I was sleeping, and that's what woke me up. I'm like, what is this? I came back to the room hours ago.
You open up the door, and there they are standing there with a guy.
Yeah.
A guy, trapeze guy.
Trapeze guy.
How funny could a guy be with an accent?
a French accent.
You know something?
Yeah.
The chicks, they were digging him.
She likes Clouseau, the Pink Panther movies.
Yeah, well, this guy was no Clouseau.
Aunt and I were doing our own thing. It was so obvious. We're like, at least we got our radio show.
No.
Exactly.
Guys can really shut it down quick, though. We found out our girl might be cheating, and we get mad for a second, then we go, whatever. At least I don't have to go with her.
Screw it.
At least I don't have to entertain her.
We were too busy trying to figure out our radio show and make this as big as possible. And now, it's got to be said, now I got a well-balanced life, and I'm beyond happy. But at the time, it was just like, whatever. You go flirt with the trapeze guy.
Cares.
Do whatever you want.
Trapeze guy. So I hit the trapeze.
The trapeze guy, though.
I hit the trapeze, and he looks perfect doing
the world freaking doing trapeze.
Cirque du Soleil.
He looks
like a
perfect.
rock star.
He looks perfect doing it.
He has 5 brothers that look exactly like him.
So I got to step up there and do the trapeze. And this first thing I do is supposed to be like hold on with my legs. And I do that.
You can't do that.
I'm wearing the shorts, and just my junk falls out the side.
Dude,
I'm hanging there all pasty. I can't make the trapeze move, so I just got to fall into the net.
You have your jock strap on.
Oh, no, I didn't. It's just junk is falling out because I'm upside down.
Bubble gums.
Oh, yeah, just Turkish taffy.
He's swinging haphazardly a few times with this look of help me.
And then I got to fall.
In the net.
He's got to tell me how to fall so I don't break my neck.
And then next up is Aunt Zach's, and it's like, well, let me show you.
I'll help you.
I'll walk up this tiny ladder with you.
Yeah. Oh, just a mess.
Sit on the top of my head. I'll push you up the ladder.
Exactly. Don't go to those places. Jesus.
All right.
Watch him like a hawk.
Bob Kelly's here. He's playing comics tonight in New York City.
Yeah, comics tonight.
COMIX. The address for comics?
The address is 353 West 14th Street, 212-524-2500.
Bob Kelly's hilarious, and he's also going to be part of the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour that we're getting very excited about. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to get into some other things. I'm trying to... I guess we did Navy SEAL guy justice.
Yeah, he was... there's no doing him justice, by the way. He was just all man and made every guy on that boat look like a piece of crap wimp.
I went snorkeling. You can get the fish food, and it comes in a package, and it's round and long. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
it's around maybe 10 inches long, and it's round, and it's around like an inch or maybe an inch and a half circle.
Sure.
And I put it in my shorts.
Right.
And I just walked around the beach with wet shorts on.
With the fish food?
With the fish food in my shorts.
Dude.
And nobody said anything. But the women, can I tell you the reaction from all the women would be talking and then they'd be looking. They kept looking like, oh my God.
Of course, you freak.
Dude,
I came out of the water and I fed the fish and there was nothing.
Lindsay and I went to Atlantis down there in the Bahamas.
I've been there. You like that?
We loved it there. The man-made lagoon where you could just do a little snorkeling, right? Did you do that?
Yeah, inside before you get to the real beach.
I know where it is.
It's a man-made lagoon, and it's cool to just kill an hour while you're laying on the man-made beach instead of the real beach, which is behind you.
Right.
I liked it a lot, actually, and we liked it a lot. And so we're just snorkeling around the man-made lagoon. No big deal, but just having a good time. And they have these little yellow bastards, fish. They're probably, what is that, inch and a half?
Yeah.
Inch and a half tops. And these bastards will attack you. I'm getting attacked by a school of tiny little yellow fish.
Isn't that frightening?
Just nipping at you.
When you're in the water, though, they look like they're 8 feet long.
Yeah, you're looking through the mass.
And you look, and it's like an inch.
It's a guppy, and you're swimming away like it's a shark.
Just about every fish is scared of you. They will not. They're not going to go after you. They're not going to be aggressive. Even sharks, for the most part, will go the other way if they see you. But these little yellow bastards would not leave me alone. Just pecking. And I got out of the lagoon like I had chicken pox.
They bit you?
Yes, they were biting me.
That's great.
Just little nips.
Catch
just
some
enough
disease.
to be annoying.
If somebody dropped in a couple piranha. Just one of the locals threw in a couple baby piranha just to mess with somebody.
I don't know what it was, but
pieces.
I would love to know what fish was just bothering the hell out of me. And I couldn't get away from them. They kept following me and just like this, just nipping at me and biting me.
And she was going, relax, it's just a fish.
And the fish only attacked me for some reason. They weren't attacking her.
Yeah, I just want to look at the fish. I don't want them coming really close to me. but it's their turf.
You do this thing where you go down and you jump. It's a scooter, and you put the thing over your head, and they give you fish food, and you shake it.
I've seen that death trap.
Yeah, like a billion. It's like a moped, like 20 feet down.
Yeah.
But they give you a bucket full of dog food, which is fish food, and you shake it. But they don't tell you that, these confident fish with good personalities and high self-esteem come out, like a million of them just surround you.
Dude, because they've been training the fish they know inside their little tiny fish brain at 2 o'clock every afternoon, the dopey fat tourists are coming along to
come with
feed
the
them.
dog food.
Yeah, and they tell their friends.
Yeah, and it's all, you're like, wow, oh my God, please, no, just don't.
Feeling very claustrophobic.
You shake it as fast as you can to get all this stupid food out. Dumb fish will get away from you.
Bob Kelly's having an anxiety attack while he's on his underwater scooter.
Fans getting angry. We have to break.
All right, it's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show on 92.3 Free FM.
Go check it out, the Opie and Anthony Show. Excuse me. By the way, our phone number is 1-866-313-FREE. That's 1-866-313-FREE.
Call in now and be part of the Opie and Anthony Show.
Shrek 3 getting only 45% good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is that franchise done?
They were trying to say it's the best Shrek yet, but now that a lot of the reviewers have seen the movie, they're like, 45% good ratings. We go to Rotten Tomatoes for our movie reviews, Bob. Because what they do is they take all the reviews from all the major papers and sources and then give you one basic review. What's up?
I don't know. They were doing the beach story on the news, and they were just showing girls adjusting their bikinis, rubbing on some sunblock. And
look at that fatty.
The beach footage.
You see the fatty with the tea back?
Yeah. I love when the beach is open and the news is down there and they get the first real nice day and they send the camera crews down and they just show the hottest chicks ever on the beach, and then somebody's got to walk in front of the camera to just ruin the image.
What's a tea bag?
A tea bag.
A tea bag.
Hey, chicks wearing tea bags.
You know the thong, but
it's a thong.
Yeah.
It's just another name for a thong. Because the back is just a T.
Boy. Okay, I'm with you.
Hey, really fast. So after the show yesterday, and I ran to a diner.
Yes.
I think we could say that. We
bolted.
We ran to a diner.
We're like the Beatles on a hard day's night. We just ran to the diner.
We found a new way
to
our
hungry.
Favorite diner. Yeah, we were hungry. So we're just hanging out, eating at a diner, and then I get the bright idea. I go, hey, why don't we go? Why don't we go check out WNEW, our old
haunt?
Yeah, and we haven't been back in the building since they told us never to come back.
What is it now? Fresh?
Huh?
It's now fresh.
Yeah. But that's where we did quite well until we blew up our careers.
Mm-hmm.
And I met the new GM that runs the new station over there where we used to broadcast at. And she said, come by anytime you want. So I go, and she told me that we could come by and check out the old joint. I guess they remodeled, and it would be really cool to go into the studio where we did all those great shows and stuff in our old office. Cool. So we're like, let's go check it out. So we go up there, and we see the receptionist that we worked with for years. And she was beyond cool to us, by the way.
Yeah.
But as soon as she saw us, she's like, uh-oh, I got to cover up my blouse.
Yeah, got to cover up my blouse. Like, why are you saying that?
What do you think we are?
Why?
She's like, it's good to see you. And then she goes, oh, but let me cover up my blouse like we're going to stare at her or something. And then every woman that was walking by, she's like, Opie and Anthony here, cover up your blouse.
Cover up. Cover up.
She was beyond paranoid that we were like wanted to stare at her boobs or something.
A great commercial for your radio show. You're walking down the street and just women covering up.
Cover up. Oh, it's them. Oh. Is that true there, Iraq? There's a bin of mail there for me still?
about a month or so, I was up there, and right near the receptionist in one of those U.S. postal bins,
Yeah.
there was just a bunch of mail for Anthony.
There's a bunch of mail.
God, could you go get that? We
Yeah.
could do a whole show on that.
Oh, please
That's mail
get
that's
that.
been piling up for like 5 years.
For years.
Okay, I'll see if we can get it.
Here's the deal. When I was going through the old divorce, when I left the house, I didn't have an address. So I had to use NEW as my home address. So I'd get everything sent to NEW. My bills, everything. And they weren't really the best at sorting out the mail over there, let's say. The person that was in charge of the mail was, he was handy-capable, let's say. Aww! Well, he was a very nice guy, but there was a problem with his ability to read. I'm being honest with you. They had the guy
for some reason.
Yeah, in their infinite wisdom over there.
Wait a minute. It was a promotion, by the way.
Yeah.
He was on garbage detail.
He would just be the guy that walks around
But this
all
is
day
how out of
and
control
dumps
the
the
place
garbage.
was. He was on garbage detail. He did a great job with the garbage. He did such a great job that he was emptying waste baskets about 10 times a day.
You couldn't find one with more than 3 things in it.
Right.
He was fixated on garbage. He would say that. He goes, I gotta get the garbage. Gotta get the garbage.
Is he Christopher Walken?
Garbage. Gotta get the garbage.
We would be in our office, and he would just be constantly in there emptying our
It's like,
pails.
didn't he just empty that? It's like, just leave him alone.
And I think he would hear the noise of this from down the hall and come running.
Garbage?
Garbage?
Garbage? You need the garbage? Because I take out the garbage. And I'm like, okay, you take out the garbage. We understand.
And let's make it perfectly clear. We were very, very, very cool to this guy. He
The
loved
guy was
us.
fine. He was great.
Wait, I know we're going off on many tangents, and I got to just add this. I got the bright idea. I'm like, he really, really likes us a lot, and I think it would be nice if I took him out to lunch.
Oh, you idiot. Why would you do that?
And so I took him to the Brooklyn Diner for lunch. I don't know. I was feeling nice for once, and I said, hey, why don't you come have lunch with me? And he was so excited. He told the whole office, Opie's taking me to lunch.
I'm going to lunch with Opie. After the garbage.
Was he Gollum?
Yeah, well,
And
he's a special kind of guy, let's just say.
But this has to be said because it's very important to the story. He was handy capable, but he didn't look handy capable.
No.
And he
didn't have a long tongue.
No,
it was just a regular guy.
But he was handy capable. But if you saw him on the street, you would think nothing of it.
His eyes weren't too close.
And the only
together.
reason I'm saying this is because it's important to the story. So I say, hey, you want to get some lunch? And he was so excited, told the whole office. Blah, blah.
So he looked regular. His lips weren't chapped.
Just keep it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. If you walked up to him, you wouldn't think twice about asking him for directions.
Right.
That's how I judge people.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't think twice about walking up to him and asking for directions and thinking I'm going to get directions.
Right. Okay.
And sometimes people throw you for a loop. You go, excuse me, how do you get down to 43rd? And then someone will go. And you go, okay, thank you. I'm moving on. I'll just ask somebody else.
Do you have any mud?
No, I have no mud.
I like mud.
Okay, get some mud. I have to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask somebody else for directions.
I lived with 6 handy-capable. Is that how you say it? Handy-capable?
Of course you do.
I lived with 6 of them, but a couple of them, I know what you're saying, they look like you're just a grandfather or somebody, whatever.
Yeah.
So I take him to the Brooklyn Diner for lunch. And then we'll get back to the mail story. And I'm sitting there ordering, like, whatever I was ordering. And I noticed, like, I'm looking down at the menu, and I look up because there's nothing happening across the table from me. And he's staring at every woman's boobs in the Brooklyn Diner.
Oh, right.
And I'm like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. And they have no idea that he's handy-capable.
Yeah.
And he is fixated on boobs. I had no idea.
He just loved
and the
women's,
waitress,
boobs.
The waitress comes over, and I'm like, oh, great. She was well endowed on top of it. And I'm like, oh, my God. He is just staring at her boobs uncomfortably and not ordering food. And I'm like, I'm having an anxiety attack.
You had to get the waitress from the Russ Meyer movie.
Right.
A buxotic waitress.
And every girl that walked by, and they're there on whatever dates or whatever, because it's a tourist place, so they're with their dudes or whatever.
2 helpings of nutrition. A double dose.
And just every girl going by, he's just like, he's almost breaking his neck. He's turning and looking at every girl's boobs in the joint, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get killed.
At least be cool about it.
Yeah. You got to know when to take a peek, right? But he made it so obvious. And the waitress is getting annoyed, and I'm like, what? I didn't know what to do.
You know what it is that, and I didn't know this either. When I moved in I live with 6, whatever guys, handicap or whatever you call them, and I think they call them MR patients. Right? Yeah, that's what they called them when I was there.
Oh.
And she told me, now listen, their sexuality is the same as you.
Better not be the same as you.
No, like I thought that they didn't, but they did. They have the same sex drive as me.
Yeah, of course.
I would bring girls over, and they would come up, and they would use their, them being retarded, as hey.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, he'd wink at me too, like, what's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? What's going on?
Was he playing it off?
Oh, yeah, dude. He'd grab, hello, and they'd grab it. She'd be like, okay, it's okay. He can do it.
So,
it's okay.
It's like Nicholson in Cuckoo's Nest.
And just give me a nice wink. What's up, Bob? How you doing?
So getting back to Dan. So I took him to lunch, and it was brutal. I never ate faster. He was barely touched his food. I'm like, just take it to go.
Go get it to go.
And then I finally breathed when we got out of there. I'm like, oh, my God, I had no idea. But anyway, so he was in charge of garbage detail. Al Dukes, who's the dump guy down the hall, he's reminding us, he goes, he once threw Scott Farrell's birthday cake in the garbage before they even cut it.
Yeah. He was so fixated on throwing things out.
And emptying garbage pails.
Yeah.
That things got thrown out before we could even
He would throw away
his parents
everything.
kept trying to do to him.
Well, they were just trying
another great thing that he did was they had a bunch of TVs that were coming up to give away. One of the stations was going to give away. And they brought up the freight elevator, and it was his responsibility to go downstairs to the freight elevator and bring these upstairs.
Right.
By the time he got downstairs and upstairs, like 3 guys had talked him out of 3 televisions. They were like, hey, what are those? Oh, TV sets. Oh, yeah, could I have one? Yeah, the prizes, sure, have one. And he gave away
Why is this
3
guy
TVs
not
on the
here now?
elevator.
Why, when you got hired again, did you not find him and bring him back
Guy's
as
classic.
a producer of the show?
I believe that he finally retired, and they had a nice little send-off for the guy.
Going away
We all, honestly, we all protected the guy.
It sounds like a blast.
We liked him a lot, and so they wanted to give him more responsibility, make him feel good. And
Carol Miller was really cool. She helped him. She started helping him read. To get him to read, but he didn't read very well at all.
Right.
And then they decided to get a guy that can't really read to deliver the mail for the station. So
she would practice reading with him with like Dr. Seuss books, like children's books. So someone
rhymes. It's a little hard.
Someone decided that this was good enough to give him more responsibility, which
and
was
deliver the mail,
to sort the mail.
So we in a place of business, they got those little boxes on the wall made out of wood, the little shelves and cross sections, and it's a little cubby that has your name tag on the bottom, and everyone's mail goes in there. It was like he just put an M80 in the mailbag, let it blow off, and whatever flew into those boxes, that was your mail. Sometimes you wouldn't get it at all. Sometimes you get in other people's paychecks. I remember going home, just grabbing it, putting it in my pocket, going home and go, oh, I have someone else's paycheck here. This is fantastic.
And this won't even get me lunch.
I just made $7.80 an hour.
This is fantastic. Yeah, I have the board ops friggin', over the weekend guy.
Right.
I have his check, and he's probably got mine, and he's tying one on somewhere.
He just bought a plasma.
But they gave him the responsibility of delivering the mail, and all our mail was screwed up every day.
You would get mail for everybody else except yourself in your mailbox.
And the trouble was, back to what I was saying, I was going through the divorce, didn't have an address, so I used that as my home address, and I had bills coming in. I was never so screwed and behind and just lost, having things shut off, and my credit cards getting, I had to pay late fees on them, because they would just disappear or end up in someone else's box that would just look and throw it away. This delivering the goddamn mail. The mail, I throw in the garbage. No, mail, garbage, two different things. It's not the same job. Remember what was it? The mic flags. They were so proud that finally, because when me and Opie got the job there, we started getting a lot of press and publicity for the station. So they decided, because a lot of camera crews were coming in, finally to put mic flags, the things on the microphones that actually say the call letters of the station.
Right.
So to get those and put them on the microphones. They show up in a big box. He puts them like we were playing mic flag hide and seek. He, on purpose, he put these in a place no one would ever look. They were in a mechanical closet, which is the closet that holds the air conditioning units, behind the air conditioning unit. And just stayed there for months and months until someone accidentally found them. And we would ask him, when did the mic flags come in? Oh, no. I don't know what mic flag? Garbage?
Sounds like a Fraggle.
Oh, dude, it's got to be said. It's time to write our book. It's time.
Absolutely.
It's time because
the behind-the-scenes stuff that happened at all these stations is just ridiculous.
It's just
a lot of funny stuff.
Was this guy an old
going
guy or a young guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't a kid, that's for sure.
He's probably in his early 50s.
Yeah, would you put him that old?
By the time he retired, probably, yeah. So maybe mid to late 40s when we were there, I guess.
I got a pension. Throw it in the garbage.
He moved to Florida and he's happy.
To this day, I do that at home too. Me and my chick, if I'm open up the garbage thing and I have to take it out of the pail, I go garbage. It's a catchphrase.
Just think Rain Man, but it's all about garbage.
Yeah, all about garbage.
That's exactly what was going on.
No Wapner, no Kmart, it's all just garbage.
And I guess other people took him to lunch around the joint, and I figured, all right. I took everyone else to lunch here. All right, let's go to lunch.
Did you go by yourself, just you and him?
Yeah, just downstairs.
It's like a date.
But you know what? All the salespeople really took him under their wings and really took care of him and just treated him like a superstar.
Superstar.
That's what his nickname was.
Call him Superstar.
And he would tell everyone, I'm Superstar. I don't want to say his real name, but yeah. Superstar and then his name.
Superstar has to take garbage.
Right.
Go there, Superstar. Put a bag in that one, please.
And all the salespeople, the general manager, they all came up to me like, hey, a Superstar is telling everyone you're taking them to lunch today. I think that's really nice and all. I'm like, yeah, whatever, But none of them would let me know that he's fixated with boobs and would just openly stare. Like, why don't you give me that little knowledge? Because maybe I could get a booth in the corner facing a window or something.
Time and a place for that.
Did you have a booth in the kitchen facing the grill?
Yeah, he was
He was Rain Man into garbage and God bless him boobs.
Boobs.
All about the boobs. So anyway, we would try to go to the old joint yesterday, but the lady I know wasn't there, so we didn't want to really push it. But this receptionist is just telling all the women, cover up your blouses. Opie and Anthony are here.
And then some girl came up from downstairs.
Yeah.
And she looked at us and just kind of started laughing. And I went, what are you laughing at? She's laughing hard. She goes, nothing.
And just keeps walking.
And kept walking.
This is our lives.
It's hysterical.
This is our lives.
I don't know. We're characters. What am I going to say? People just look at us and laugh at us openly.
That makes me feel good about myself.
We can just be pointed at and laughed at like jesters.
Me and you, Anthony be like, what are you going to do? People laugh. I go, what are you laughing at? I'll punch you in the face. Did somebody say something in the elevator before you came down here? Who just said something?
Have a good goddamn laugh.
I wish I had your attitude.
Yeah, well.
I'm going to wind up stabbing somebody in the heart because they laughed at me. I just got done listening to your CD as they're pulling a pencil out of their heart.
Wait a minute, I'm supposed to laugh at this.
All right, hey, let's
had our little trip down memory lane.
That was fun. Don't forget about the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. Bob Kelly in studio. He's one of the many comedians helping us out, and we can't wait. The next date is June 16th
Who's on that
at
one?
Jones Beach. Jones Beach, June 16th, and We're really extra excited about this. I'll tell you why, because Anthony and I are from Long Island. Everyone knows that. And we love our Long Island roots. And we haven't done a gig on Long Island in really, really long time. That lineup, Bob, is yourself, Bob Saget, Frank Caliendo, Jim Norton, Louis C.K., Otto and George, Patrice O'Neill, Rich Voss, and Stephen Lynch.
Nice.
Tickets going fast through Ticketmaster.com. And you can get all the info on what website there, E-Rock?
MySpace.com/Virus Tour.
Virus Tour on MySpace. You could get you could get all the dates, all the lineups, and all the ticket info. MySpace.com/Virus Tour to find out if we're coming to your city or not. Know what's doing really well too? Washington D.C. The ticket sales for Washington D.C. very impressive. Actually beating out a few places, like beating out Camden.
Wow.
Yeah. Who saw that coming? But
Jones,
Washington, D.C., very excited that we're bringing the tour there.
Jones Beats is like 87,000 people, right?
Nah, it's a big...
162,000 it holds.
162,000?
It's a big venue. I think it's like 20,000.
It could be...
I don't think we're going to get that
300,000, I think it holds.
300,000.
If you count all the people that could be in boats in the water.
Yeah.
So it's around 300,000 when we at the show?
Yeah, 300,000.
Like the people that rip off the concerts and take their boats behind so they could kind of listen and maybe watch a little from the side in their boat.
It's right on the water.
We should get a paint gun for all those people.
Lob a few shots over.
We should just stain their boat.
Is that the date that Larry the Cable Guy is going to show up at?
Who knows?
We had Larry the Cable Guy sitting right on that couch, Bob, and look at Bob's eyes got really big. Yeah, Bob understands the power of Larry the Cable Guy. He sells out arenas all over America.
You could go that way. You can go the other way, too, but you can go that way.
Wait, what? What happened?
You can go that way, he says.
What were you going to say? You can say whatever you want.
I don't know. Goddamn. You just say what you're going to say.
Oh, okay.
You could go that way, or...
Larry, Larry said it. He goes, if I'm close to one of these dates, I will do a set for free for you guys.
Oh,
he said it.
That's basically a no.
Shh. We're trying to help out tickets.
Oh, seriously. He's showing up? That's great. I heard Foxworthy's coming with him, though.
Rumor has Larry the Cable Guy said he would do a set for us.
Really?
Because we've been very good to him over the years.
Well, dude, he does make around 40,000 a night, so why not stop him down?
I heard it's way more than that.
Like 300,000, right?
I heard like 200.
700 million?
Something like that.
Like
200. 200, I heard.
200 million?
All right, let's go. It's Opie and Anthony.
Larry the Cable Guy. Woo.
Oh, Dane Cook stopping by, too. Bob Kelly told us before the show today.
What?
He's coming by. No, doing one of our dates.
The Opie and Anthony Show on 92.3 Free FM.
Hey. How you guys doing? Anthony.
Hey, Bob Kelly's here today.
What's up, man?
Helping out with the show. Where are you going to be, Bob?
I'm going to be at Comics tonight, the new comedy club. And it's such a beautiful... This is the comedy club where Billy Burr got a donut thrown at him.
Really?
If you haven't seen the video, please go to Billy Burr's MySpace.
Wait, there's video of this?
They serve donut holes at this place. It's a very fancy... It's a very nice comedy club, and they serve sugared donut holes.
That's kind of nice.
With 3 dipping sauces. Chocolate, raspberry, and vanilla. And
yeah, that is a dumb thing to serve at a comedy club. Something like, so throwable.
Looks like you tried them all there, Bob. You can't help yourself. You're fat.
That's funny.
Sorry.
That's funny.
All right.
Like a wafer thin mint.
Dance Friday on the Channel 11 News.
Yeah, well, they...
Dance Friday, they do a thing, I guess, and what's her name, the traffic girl, the hottie?
Jill Nicholini.
Jill was just dancing. Really dancing her ass off there.
Well, yeah.
Didn't look too shabby.
Do you dance?
Never.
Do you dance, Opie?
I slow dance once at a wedding. That's what I do. Me, my girl, we'll do a little slow dance, sit back down, and then everyone could go F, because I'm not going to get up. I'm not doing the conga line. I'm not doing the
chicken
dance, the electric slide. I'm not doing the New York kick line. Mm-hmm. None of that garbage. And I'm not doing the stupid fast dancing thing.
B-52s comes on Rock Lobster, you don't hit the ground?
No, I don't hit the ground.
Slow dance, that's it.
One slow dance, sit back down, and drink.
I used to dance at I don't dance anymore, but when I first got sober, around 23 years ago,
She's that long.
I know, right?
What is wrong with you guys? We hang out with guys.
The comics.
We hang out with comics that got sober at 17 and 18 years old.
All couldn't take their booze.
I got sober at
I was just getting
15.
started at that point.
Yeah.
15?
He's another
15.
one like Jimmy.
Yeah, I was in and out of juvie halls from 13 to 15, and then I got sober. I went into for a year, I had to go to this house with 25 other kids and a gay priest.
How did you... Here's the problem.
That's why you stayed sober.
You know what pissed me off about this guy is that he was like, "Hey, how are you? My name is Father Gary," and nobody said anything about this guy. Nobody said, "Are you gay?"
Well, it was back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, I guess. But, yeah.
All I'm saying is, at 15...
Yeah, how do you know, right?
How do you know you have a drinking problem? Because every kid that drinks, because I know I drank back then,
right.
is like if you would have been in your 30s and gotten like that, you'd have to go to rehab.
Right.
But you're a kid, so it's kind of expected that if you're drinking as a kid, you're going to get that effed up.
So you're saying if you're drinking every day, using drugs every day, and robbing, so as a kid, it's okay because you're a kid?
Okay, perhaps I've underestimated you.
Unarmed robbery, assault and battery, malicious destruction, trespass, and breaking probation. I was a kid.
All right, okay. See?
Yeah,
now, I just consider it as you just get, you drink a lot as a kid, and you pass out in the bathroom or something like that.
I could drink a case of beer by the time I was 12 by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And there was a reason you had to, isn't there?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah. Oh, poor Bobby.
My second stepdad used to punch me in the face.
Did he?
Oh, yeah, I went to school with a nice black eye.
Oh.
Yeah, the nun was like, what are you crying for?
Did you have to make an excuse? I hit myself with the door.
No, I said he punched me.
You did? Oh, you just fessed right up to it?
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened?
Nothing happened.
No reports
no
made?
News report.
No nothing.
Nobody came to my aid.
No.
There was no foundation for punch in the face kids.
Now kids will rat their parents out for anything. Wow. If they yell at them too loud, they go, "Hey, I'll call. Yeah. I'll make the call. You'll be in jail." Yeah. Some kids actually threaten their parents with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then I got punched in the face, went to school, cried, and she told me I didn't wear my tie, so my row didn't get a star. I'm not even kidding you. I had no tie in my...
You were the private pile of your classroom.
So not only did I get punched in the face, I think it was 5th grade, I also... all my classmates hated me that day, too.
At least the row.
And you wonder why I eat and I'm fat. But, yeah, dude. What was it? When I first got... What was it? What were we talking about?
I don't know, when you first got sober.
Yeah, but...
Have a drink. We'll figure it out.
Nice talking to you.
Give me the ball back. We got audio here.
Are you done eating?
And the chest pass to Opie.
Yeah, we had to wait for Opie to finish his vegetables. Me and Anthony tried to bond here.
Dude, you know what? I gave you a bounce pass there, and you're just like, dribble in circles. Don't know where to go. Should I take a shot? Should I pass it back to him?
He was doing good, and then he just lost the ball.
Because I don't know where we went. We were talking about something.
And then you dribbled it off your foot and went out of bounds.
We go off.
Yeah, me and Anthony go off.
Yeah, just a tangent.
Don't drag Anthony into your, I don't know what I'm doing with this story.
Don't drag me into it. It's not my show.
It was a one-sided conversation. Bob was talking to himself.
You're acting like I do this every day. If anybody should take a blame, it should be Ant. Yeah. Take the hit, Ant.
I'm never blamed for anything.
That's right.
I know, you're really...
Ant never does wrong on this show. It's amazing.
Sure.
The popularity he has.
He's an only child on this show.
All right, here we go. We got some fun audio that might add to some hilarity.
Do you have me getting punched in the eye in 5th grade?
Yeah, that was good.
Nice.
Oh, the video of Bobby, not Bobby, what am I saying?
I don't know.
Bill Burr getting a donut thrown at him.
Oh, please go to that. Yeah. You know why somebody slowed it down? Did the Dave Chappelle slow down? Which makes everything funnier. It makes and the donut hits hits him, and the sugar just explodes like a grenade. It looks like shrapnel just shooting off.
Did he piss someone off, or was it just the fact that...
I'm actually watching it. It does look like he got shot because the powder just spreads across his chest, basically, or his arm. Whatever, yeah, the side of his body.
It was a corporate, like, they invited this company down, and Billy went out there doing his act, and they didn't like him. They said something. So Billy went off on one of his tangents about, oh, really? So this is what you dreamed of doing. One day I'm going to have a cube. I can't wait to have a stapler someday. Just trashing not only the career, but their life choices.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the guy, obviously you just see a donut flying through the air and just smashes something.
Hit a little too close to home.
It's great. We're watching it right now. It's on Bill Burr's MySpace account, obviously /Bill Burr.
Yeah, you can actually go to myspace.com/Robert Kelly Live, too, to get to it.
No, you can't.
Oh, you're right. He's not on my MySpace.
It's about Bill Burr right now.
Yeah,
go to Bill Burr's MySpace, which is Bill Burr, one word. Right. And you can check out him getting hit by a donut in slow motion. It's very, very funny. Audio. Anchorman. We love when the news messes up. Mm-hmm. Check this one out.
He'll be back. Last night, round 2, around 2 o'clock in the morning, you see, G. Jesus, I was flipping channel on ESPN2. They had vintage McDonald's All-American High School Dunk Contest.
Wow, what was it, mic'd?
I don't know, man.
Damn, how does that happen?
The guy was doing his thing, and then he let out a little gas.
You move like 2 inches away from the mic.
What?
Sounds like you move 2 inches away from the mic. It sounds like this.
Yeah.
And then you got to be on the mic. Yet it's going, a couple of feet.
Maybe that part of his body had something a little more interesting to say, knowing half these idiots on TV.
He'll be back. Last night, round 2, around 2 o'clock in the morning, you see, G. Jesus, I was flipping channel on ESPN2. They had vintage McDonald's All-American High School Dunk Contest.
There's nothing funnier, dude. You can't beat a fart. A fart trumps everything.
We said it years ago. Fart equals funny.
Especially
Every time.
when it's not expected somewhere like that.
Every time.
Guy's just sitting there yapping about the news.
Yeah.
And lets one fly.
Yeah.
It's a different instrument every time it happens.
You just don't know. Is it going to be a piccolo or a bassoon?
Is it going to be a trumpet?
Or a tuba? What are you going to get? Sometimes it's one of those dog whistles humans can't hear.
You ever do a triangle? It's just really dry. You have change in your back pocket. Ting!
Dude, I had a dream the other night. My whole dream over and over again. You know, you have those dreams that just over and over again, you can't get out of them. It's a cycle. The dream was that I was farting and it smelled really bad, and that was my dream all night long. And then I was just horrifying people all around me, and I just was praying that the farting would stop, so I would stop freaking horrifying people. This is what I was dreaming this week.
Most people dream of tidal waves.
I know, or running away from a monster all night long. Mine is, yeah.
Oh my God.
Mine was that I had uncontrollable farts that smelled really bad, and I was annoying everybody.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. The war in Iraq does not seem to be letting up at all. Excuse me. Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. President Bush giving an address to the nation today on the State of the Union. He should be talking about tax cuts and other... Excuse me. Social Security is a giant issue on the agenda of the upcoming presidential where people vote. Pardon. Wait.
Where's the music? We need the music.
Gotta love that one.
It's killing me here. There you go.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. This just in from 1010 Wins, or excuse me, NBC Nightly News. Why did I go to Wins? Wait a minute, I know why. I gotta push the bad thoughts out. NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw. President Bush under fire for his Iraq policy. It seems that Congress will not give him the funds. Excuse me, pardon me.
Yeah, Tom.
Yes.
Politicians reach a deal on immigration overhaul.
This is a very sensitive issue to the American people. People who aren't supposed to be here. Illegal immigration seems to be a giant issue. Wardrobe? Could we get wardrobe down here to fix something? No, I don't need hair and makeup. I need a wardrobe.
What about the 8-year-old girl that found marijuana in her Happy Meal there, Tom?
Unbelievable story of an 8-year-old girl who found marijuana in her pot in her Happy Meal. And we'll take you now. No, you don't want to come in here. Please stay away. I thought I could do a one-cheek sneak. Didn't quite work. You don't want to use this chair. Does someone have a breeze for my chair?
What about the cabbies? They want to build a gym at JFK to use while they wait for rides.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. You know, cab drivers in New York City actually want a gymnasium built at JFK Airport so they can work out when the... Something tells me it could smell a lot like this studio.
Well, yeah.
Why is the cameraman fleeing? Why is the teleprompter froze?
What about the herpes might protect you from the bubonic plague there, Tom?
What is this, the 1400s? Herpes could be a protection from the bubonic plague. The rat disease. Pardon. Sorry. Pardon me. Sorry. Excuse me. Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. I must have had venison and pork and bean sauce last night. Excuse me. And...
Venison and pork.
You know that can't be good.
I had game.
Game food is never good. You never want to hear this after someone said, "Oh, it must have been the squirrel. It must have been the jackrabbit.
Must have been the ostrich."
It's been the ostrich.
That freshwater eel I caught.
He'll be back. Last night, round 2, I was around 2 o'clock in the morning, you see, G. Jesus, I was flipping channel on ESPN2. They had vintage McDonald's All-American High School dunk contest.
I like how he just, Jesus.
He just does it.
I guess that's up there on YouTube somewhere. Farting Reporter, maybe? Yeah. It's on our website? All right.
You just lose every bit of professionalism. Like, everyone just loses it. You're not professional anymore.
I wonder, does he lean? You have to, because you can't.
Yeah, it's very hard. It all depends on the chair.
You have to move a little bit.
If it's one of those old-style plastic chairs, you don't have a chance in hell. You're going to have to make the move.
It's a nice snap.
If it's a nice cushy chair.
You're playing a snare drum.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Mm-hmm. It is a slow news day, by the way.
Yes.
Did you see the video? Man, I think we got to start doing kind of a TV/radio show.
Yeah. So we could play the video?
Yeah, so we could play the video and comment on it as it's happening. I think that would be very, very cool. But slow news day, I think you'll see this video sometime today. They have video of a turtle, a snapping turtle.
This is the huge story of the day.
This is like the big story, the big get. Yeah. Turtle chases a bunch of cats and bites them and will not stop chasing them.
And its mouth is open the whole time, and it's the fastest turtle I've ever seen, too.
Just annoying the hell out of this cat and will not leave the cat alone, just keeps following it, chasing it, and biting this cat.
A couple of
and the
different
cat
cats.
is trying to attack it, but it's a turtle.
Yeah, cat can't really do much damage to a turtle.
Can't really get his paws around
Can't
the
get
thing
in there.
or his teeth into the turtle.
Pulls into that shell, does the turtle rope-a-dope, just sits there.
Right, does the rope-a-dope, and then the cat
pops his head out and bites his tail.
Yeah, then the cat gives up, and then the turtle chases it again.
I've never seen a turtle chase anything.
I know.
Oh, it's
Turtles
hilarious.
Just sit there.
I don't know if the news story is going to do it justice, but the video is very funny. I think they were trying to have a little fun with the story on the news.
Of course they were.
And failed miserably.
In today's Animal Watch.
Oh, jeez. What is she doing? I didn't see that coming.
Hey, I think we just made it funny. Hold on a minute. By the way, this show is unscripted. We need to let people know.
So they tell us.
Unscripted, have no idea what we're doing on a daily basis. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
We're just trying to make people laugh.
You know, 11-year-old Seth has a story.
See? We didn't have Seth planning our call today. Whoa. And I don't think he's going to call because...
Why is that?
Because I can't get him... What happened?
Use the thing.
I'm using the thing.
But use the thing.
I got the thing. I'll try it over here. All right, try it over there.
Hey.
Seth, New York, what's up?
Hey.
Seth, you've called before, right?
Yeah.
You're 11.
Wait. Who's Seth again?
Give me a little background. Seth, you're...
the one that Opie said he would take me to the Islanders game.
Yeah, you were going to take little Seth to the Islanders game.
Yeah.
Seth, you're just one in the long line of young boys that Opie has promised to take to the hockey game and just left disappointed.
I kind of figured that.
You know, I used to
Opie's
be...
like Gary Glitter without the ambition.
Hey, man. A little known fact about me. I used to do a lot of stuff for Big Brother, so...
Did you?
What is it called, the Big Brother program, right?
Yeah, one of those things.
Yeah, you help out the little fellas. Help them out a little bit, because they have miserable lives at home.
I worked with the Fresh Air Fund.
Did you really?
Yeah, I locked all the other people's doors in the neighborhood.
All right, Seth, what's up?
So, one time I was in 3rd grade, and the teachers were talking, like, to the class, and then out of nowhere I farted. It wasn't just like a little fart. It was one that was really, really loud and really, really stinky.
Yeah.
And it sounded like a tuba. And when I mean a tuba, I mean a tuba.
Yeah.
Or a whale.
Yeah.
Maybe. But, then, like, me and my friend Jigme were there, and we're right next to each other, trying our hardest not to laugh.
Yeah.
And then I broke out laughing hysterically.
You gotta watch your mouth, you little potty mouth.
Hey, listen, you little bastard.
You little potty mouth.
Keep it clean for everybody.
You almost wet your pants. You were laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Just put it that way.
Yeah.
You little potty mouth. You sound like a sailor. Listen to nothing funnier than kid stories.
Yeah, all right.
They just blurt them out.
So then what happened?
So, and then I went to lunch, and my best friend Vincent told me he heard the fart from next door.
From another classroom?
So English heard it in math?
Right next to us, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. And he was like, I smelt it too. And I was like, that's nasty.
Are you now known as like the kid that did that in class?
I've been known since like kindergarten or so as the farter.
You're not shy, right? You're just one of those kids that not shy about it.
Yeah, no, not really. And last year, my teacher said, okay, she said, oh, yeah, and this year I actually cleared a room out. I was pretty proud of that.
This guy,
yeah,
kid's
I
destined.
cleared the math.
Nice, Seth. All right, Seth, we got to let you go. You're hilarious. What are you doing this weekend? Anything good?
Lactose intolerant.
You going to go see Shrek 3?
A little milk carton.
Actually, I'm seeing that tonight, man.
Oh, you are?
Shrek 3, right? That's a cool thing to do if you're 11.
Who you going with, a chick?
No, unfortunately not.
No, who you going with, Mommy?
No, a friend.
A friend. Oh, just one of your guy friends. You're gonna go stag and pick up a chick there, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, Seth.
All right.
Thank
See you later, Opie.
Yeah, Opie and Anthony, yeah. Call us soon, Seth. We love when you call the show.
He's trying to gain favor with you, so you take him to the goddamn hockey game like you promised children and never do.
All right. Promised children. I don't like that.
He promises children.
That sentence is just creepy. I promised children.
There's a kid out there who's probably 25 years old now that is just still disappointed. Never went to the Islander game.
Bunch of kids with sad faces.
Little Gary.
And Ranger shirts.
This little 12-year-old Gary.
Gary? Who's
Yeah.
Gary?
Well, 12-year-old Gary, years ago. It was another kid. Opie said, I'll take you to the game. And then he kept calling back and goes, Opie, when he taking me to the game, he got all sarcastic because he knew it just wasn't happening.
Like the kid, $2.
Yeah, $2. A hockey game.
Years went by, and now he has a deep voice. He still calls.
Yeah.
When are you taking me to the game?
Opie, you promised me. I was supposed to go to the game.
Let's say hi to Liam from Bayside. Liam.
Girlfriend.
What's going on, boys?
What's up?
Not much. Listen, I got a good fart story for you.
I was hoping you were a little kid. No offense to you.
Yeah.
I hope you were a little...
Adults telling him
you talk in a
isn't
little
it
kid
funny?
voice?
Yeah, no, go ahead, Liam. Make it fast.
Back when I was in... Thank you. Well, back when I was in high school, my social studies teacher was a giant butch, probably about 6 foot, maybe 300 pounds. Just disgusting, with a mullet. All boys high school. She turned around one day in middle social studies class and ripped one. Sounded like you were pushing a heavy day. You guys do it all day long.
You got nervous, dude.
Yeah. Huh?
You got nervous.
First one of the day.
Yeah.
All right, you got nervous. You had a teacher that farted.
Yeah.
Here's the turtle story before we go to break. Turtle chases a bunch of cats and bites them.
In today's Animal Watch. Thank you. This is a classic tale of the tortoise and the hare, only this time the hare is on a cat. Check this out. A man in South Africa taped this bizarre footage of a tortoise chasing a cat named Humphrey. Now you can see the reptile continually nips at the cat's fur, and the feline can't seem to get away. The tortoise then goes after another cat. Now this all began when someone noticed cats in the neighborhood were acting very nervous. Now we know why. Look at him. I think he was a dog in his past life. Or a mailman.
It's like Cujo revisited.
Is it?
Look at. And he won't stop. Look at him. He's just going after everybody.
Wow.
He keeps going.
And you can't scratch him because he wouldn't feel it.
I know.
And we count on the news from these dummies.
Love it.
They always do the same thing, though. They always just ramble. They just keep going until somebody please say something funny. No one ever does. And then they have to, let's just get back to...
let's go to Chip for the weather.
Hey, that was some turtle. And we're going to have some rain tonight.
Maybe a dog. My uncle had one time.
It's going to be raining cats and dogs later on. I don't know about turtles, though. I don't think it rains turtles. Is that funny? No. Okay, how about there we go.
Yes. Mike, can I just say something? And my girl's not gonna. She's probably gonna hate me. When we went away to Aruba, she got a little. She got a little
lippy.
No, not lippy. I smacked her in the cheek the first day there.
She got a little stomach pain.
I gave her the goon hand. Listen.
Is this going to make us want to talk for another 20 minutes? Because we do have to break.
It might.
Is it a good tease? All right, let's tease that something happened.
We'll wait.
Right, we tease Viagra. We tease chick stomach cramps.
Also, could someone get me Crane Wedgie, please? Crane Wedgie on the way on the Opie and Anthony show.
Who?
It's the Opie and Anthony show. On 92.3 Free FM.
Free FM. Do it like this. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. Thank you. Yesterday I tried to say good morning to everybody. Today I wanted to thank every listener listening right now. Thank you.
This takes too long.
There. What about her?
What?
But it takes too long.
Thank you.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
I'm starting.
It's impossible.
I'm only saying hi to the people, or thanking the people in Maine, and then I'm going to work my way down. Thank you.
Northeast.
Thank you.
Southwest.
All right. Mike in Queens says the story will have you in stitches.
In stitches?
Mike?
Hello?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing?
Good. What's up?
Man, those uncontrollable experiences that we have outside of the home, there's a thin line between comedy and tragedy, and the way things make you feel. I'm a cop and I drive limos, and I had some people in the car, they wanted to go out to eat. We go to City Island, they invite me to eat with them, and then we had to rush to a Yankee game. I had to drop them and leave a strip limousine on the Grand Concourse and run into a McDonald's that all the bathrooms were closed to because they had already cleaned them.
Yeah.
The young lady tells me, go ahead, you know what, you can use this one. She gives me the ladies' room. and tells me, yeah, but when you're done, just lock the door because, you know, the bathrooms are closed for the night. While I'm in there, I'm having one of those uncontrollable experiences. It sounded like bombs dropping and things exploding, and I hear the young lady telling someone else the same thing she told me. By the time I come out of the bathroom, there's an audience of maybe 3 firemen, 2 cops, and 5 people with this look on their face like, what the hell did you just do? I looked at all of them, and I could just laugh hysterically and run out of McDonald's and get back in my limo and get the hell out of there.
Not quite in stitches, my friend.
She worked for the news.
Is that the warm-up story? Like the featured act is now coming on?
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now, let's have a big hand for Mike from Queens with the real story.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike, in Queens. We got Bob Kelly in studio. He's playing comics, Comix. Lots of shows all weekend long. What's the phone number for tickets there, Bobby?
The phone number for comics
Make it
is
fast. Like just someone in Vegas going, who cares?
Easy.
Now, I just talked over the phone number, so now it's going to be not as fast as we were hoping.
212-524-2500 for tickets. Call Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Come down.
All right. So what's the story? You're on vacation with your girl.
Oh.
Well, we teased the fact that she was getting a little lippy before the break.
No, she was having a stomach problem.
Oh, that one. Wait a minute. Let's talk about the lippy part. She, I guess girls, when they go away, they get a little bound up. You know, I'm on the road all the time, so I'm like clockwork. I have coffee, I'm done, I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, some people can't travel, and then, you get the water or something, and it screws you up.
So we're lying there 3 days in. Mm-hmm. 3 days without
anything happening.
I think is it's almost a medical condition. We're on the verge of, you can't. We've been eating 3 meals a day.
Right.
You understand?
You just watch your gut just going, just expanding.
Yeah, it's like I see the food going in.
Right. You start thinking in your head like, what? Come on. How much room is in there?
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, I know a stomach is the size of a fist.
Inventory's coming in, but product is not leaving the factory.
Yeah, exactly. We had pasta one night. That swells when it hits liquid.
Yep.
She had some rice the other night.
Oh, yes,
pancakes.
That blows up.
I mean, this stuff is all, it's not like she's eating lettuce. And so it's 3 nights in. I'm lying in bed, and then it just happened.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
She let one loose.
Yeah.
But nothing, no noise or anything. It was, just.
It just happened.
I heard. Mm-hmm. Almost like a ninja.
A ninja crossing.
Yeah, just crossing the front
foot
door.
of the bed or something.
Yeah.
What was that?
What was that?
You just go, what was that?
It's a ninja.
Yeah. Then you.
Is anybody there?
Ninja.
What was that?
And then it just came. It just came like just a hurricane. This smell. Let me tell you something. I've done some atrocious, just, oh my God, where it's funny. But then there's a point where it's not funny. I got out of the bed. I went in the other room. I almost called somebody in the States because I had to.
That's.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't think that'll make it.
We're professional.
I think you were doing pretty good up till then.
That did make it, yeah.
Yeah, there's just something about that people don't like.
Well, I thought I had to check. And make sure everything was okay.
Yeah.
I had to check.
Make sure that it was just what it was and not something extra.
We had to have like a serious discussion.
No prizes were left behind.
Yes, there you go.
No parting gifts.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had to actually have a talk with her the next day. Like, you need to go to the pharmacy and get them. I can't
go to a doctor.
I can't handle this.
I don't want to I don't want to think about this. I don't want to have to.
It really is. A double standard. There are double standards in relationships. Like, you could get away with a fart. Guys can get away with a fart. They're not happy about it, but they could go about the relationship after that. But if your girl farts in front of you, man, there's no turning back.
It's because
you're done.
We do it from the get-go.
You're done.
We do it right off the bat. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Bob Kelly, nice to meet you. You know what I mean? They're hiding. They're going in the bathroom, shutting the door, turning music on, hiding it, and you don't know it. And then all of a sudden they spring it on you.
Know what's funny about
You had me at...
Know what's funny about Anthony? I've been around him for, way too long.
Many years.
That's way too long. Everyone has farted. Everyone that has been associated with the show at one time, right? Except for Ant. And he will hold it in until he gets home.
No, I'm not really a gaseous
He will
person.
suffer instead of letting it go.
I'm not really a gaseous person, but I don't like making a scene. I don't like making a scene here in the studio. Like Jimmy, he makes a scene.
We all do, but other people also, like, you're a guy and you're like, oh, this, you got the pain, and you're like, you know what, I just
personally know how disgusting it is when Jimmy fires a salvo and I need the Lysol and everything, and then you're just sitting there kind of going, God, that is just awful, and I don't want people to think that of me.
Yeah, but listen. First of all, it's weird that you turn into a 9-year-old boy when we talk about farts.
I'm whining.
Something happened to you.
His bathroom behavior is a bit bizarre. We might do that day when you were. I was
hungover and
we got him to puke by just saying god awful stuff.
They kept talking about food and disgusting things, and I was so hungover and really.
We finally got
poorly.
him, which was amazing, because if you know anything about Anthony, he's a private person when it comes to all that stuff. So we follow him into the bathroom, and now he's got to do something else while he's in there, and he flushes as he's
because I wanted to ruin it. I didn't want anyone hearing the disgusting noises.
He flushes as he goes. So let's say there's a bunch of movements in your symphony.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
He will flush after every.
I'll just keep flushing.
Most people will just wait and then one big flush, right? Not Anthony. I wish I could give this story more justice, but it's all you hear is a lot of flushing.
You know what else I can't stand? The bloop. the bloop. So right when you feel like the tether is ready to break,
that's what I'm saying.
You go like.
Not when you're alone.
To cover up the bloop? Yeah, not when I'm alone. I don't care if it sounds like the Civil War.
The 1980s video game sound?
Bloop. Yeah, bloop.
Yeah.
Bing, 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 bing.
Hey, we get to keep track of our grandparents now.
For the families of Alzheimer's patients, it is a nightmare scenario. Their loved one gets separated or lost, ends up in a hospital with no way to tell doctors who they are or what is wrong with them. It happened to Emerson Moran's wife, Pat.
Pat was not able to tell them where it hurt, what was going on with her. She couldn't give them information about her meds or medical history.
That's why this Alzheimer's center in Florida is launching a trial program to implant 200 patients with this tiny microchip.
It gets injected like having a shot of medicine in the upper right arm area by the tricep. The chip itself lies dormant. There's no power source, there's no battery, there's no energy, so nothing's going on underneath the skin.
And how do they find them?
Well, we're going to find out.
It's like
attached to a rope.
But
it's like an easy pass for old people.
It also has all their medical history in the chip.
Does it keep their bingo record?
All the essentials. Bingo record.
I won 75 games on a full board, and I won a Y board one time. I don't like the Z boards.
The Z boards are not my cup of tea.
Y board is much better.
Z boards. How do you make bingo funny?
We have to.
All right, hold on. Let me get more here.
The chip has a 16-digit identification number. It can get scanned at a hospital, and when the number is put into a database, it can provide crucial medical information.
Having this type of ID and having this type of technology to get the kind of assistance that they need right away is life-saving, because our patients are so fragile and vulnerable.
It is the same type of chip that has been implanted in pets to help identify them when they are lost. But critics argue that humans are not pets. And privacy
critics argue humans are not pets. Did they argue that? Yeah. Was there an argument with someone saying, no, humans are pets? Didn't they make it sound like somebody's arguing the point that humans are pets?
Yeah.
Dopes.
Not pets. And privacy groups staged a vigil outside the Alzheimer's Center to protest what they see as Big Brother branding.
To protest, they forgot.
Those things, I have one in my dog. I have one.
Brother branding.
This is a very invasive procedure, and unless someone can give full consent, then it's really a violation of their body and their bodily integrity.
Well,
I don't know.
wow.
Unless you're looking at the old slippery slope argument again, this just seems to me to be a good idea for old Alzheimer's people, because it's not like they're secret agents. It's not like they're these citizens that are going to really have to worry about their privacy. They're old people that are very vulnerable. They get lost all the time. Why not do something like this? It's like a LoJack for your grandpa.
I kind of got a little experience on this. Where I grew up in Centerport, there was an old age home about a mile from my house.
The old folks' home.
The old folks' home. And every once in a while, one would get loose.
Go on a tear, huh?
One would get loose. And do the slipper shuffle down 25A.
That you really can see.
I can see where,
where they're not supposed to be somewhere.
And has taught me a lot over the years. And like, if you give in to, I guess the argument is, if you give in to this and say it's okay for Alzheimer's people to have the chip in their arm, then what? Then it's going to be children, then it's going to be teenagers, then next thing you know, it's all of us. And do you really
convicts?
Do you really want the whole Big Brother thing happening? But
questionable political views, or.
But where I grew up, you know, they would get loose every once in a while and just wander around, and all you would hear is freaking, you know, horns, and it was like a game. Like, oh my gosh, you're going to get hit, and then
where am I? Where am I? I don't know. Yes, I know. Wait a minute.
I used to own this house.
I drove a truck once to the moon.
They would get loose and just start wandering around the neighborhood, and, you know.
You have to lure them back with Jell-O.
To like Jell-O.
But we had the old age home on speed dial, basically. There's another one loose. Oh, thank God, where is she?
Gotcha.
Before anyone finds out, and they would send a truck and get her back to the old age home.
My grandmother used to work at one of those places.
Yeah.
Yeah, all old people smell the exact same. It's like this certain musky.
I think it's like babies, though. Like, babies smell the same. Then as you get older, you kind of have your different odors or fragrances or whatever. And then as you get really old, you kind of go back to the baby phase where you kind of just have, it's like powder. And
didn't somebody say it's actually dying flesh?
Yeah, who said that?
Somebody said it was dying.
It's a comic.
Yeah.
No, I said that, you know, old people they already started dying.
It's in the process.
Parts of their bodies are dying.
And that's why I smell his baby powder and flesh dying.
Oof.
But here's the rest of the story.
Emerson Moran says the protesters should butt out.
If it's your wife or if it's your mother, you want that information available to the right people.
Now, critics say that bracelets might be a better option, but the problem with bracelets is patients can sometimes rip them off. Now, this microchip, which you can see is only the size of a grain of rice, clearly a patient can't rip that off.
Yeah,
rice.
I have no problem with that.
Unless they're being chased by the government and they have to rip that out so they don't get caught.
Yep.
So they save the planet.
That always happens. You got to take the knife.
They want to put these in kids.
Put it in a little piece of candy and feed it to a rat so he runs around.
Actually, I was reading a story where they're putting some kind of chip into the kids' sneakers.
Oh, yeah?
So it's in the sneakers already.
Great, so they could find the kids' sneakers.
Wow.
Now some weirdo's going to know to throw the kids' shoes off.
Well, that's the problem. The news had to tell everyone that this is, you know, instead of keeping it on the QT, it's a huge story on the news.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good
dog
idea,
has
though.
it?
Yeah, my dog, one of the dogs, the one I adopted, he doesn't have it, but the one I bought has it. If you scan his back, any vet, if he gets lost, they scan it, bing, all the information comes up. The only thing that sucks is that it's my information from California. I never went back in and changed it.
Oh, great. They're going to bring your dog to California.
Yeah, it's me on Sepulveda Boulevard. They're going to bring my Silky Terrier and his chip in his back.
Can we go old school here before the break?
Yeah.
Sure.
They call my name's Bill.
That is a classic. Let me think, though.
We'll find out as we play it.
Yeah?
Thumbs up on They Call My Name's Bill.
What?
Well, what happened?
Hold on. Let me think.
I'm getting a communique.
I vote no.
We have a clean version.
No, I know this. That's not about that. It's not about that. What's the date? I vote no.
I'm trying to think what would be the problem.
I'll tell you during the break.
What's going on? We were just talking about a chip and a dog, and you want to...
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure it out after the break. It's a great little bit, though.
Oh, I know.
They call my name's Bill.
It's wonderful.
He's lost, and he calls for some help. And
yeah. It's great.
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute.
All right, well, wait a minute. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show on 92.3 Free FM.
Oh, it's the turtle story on the news again. There it is, Bobby. Look at that turtle. Doesn't he move fast for a turtle? And look at him, his mouth is open. Ah! That is a mean, angry turtle. I love it. It's just there is no news for these people today to report. None.
I gotta do liquid breakfasts from now on.
What, like scotch?
I don't know, man. It takes me all morning to eat. We have to eat like 5 minutes at a time, if that. 4 minutes at a time.
Yeah. We graze till we have to poke our heads up.
All right. Hey, by the way, I'm hearing things.
Aaron things.
It's Opie and Anthony, by the way. I think I'm going to have to buy a lot of beers at F.H. Riley's Saturday. I think some of the pests are getting together.
Are they?
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to... Am I trying to promote? Maybe I am. I don't know. My brother's restaurant out there in Huntington Village, 400 New York Avenue.
Well, they're there all the time anyway.
I'll be there this weekend buying a lot of beers. A lot of beers for the gang. But I'm hearing things.
Stop down and say hi.
Hearing they're going to do a little hang.
Nice.
Let off a little steam. Our phone number, 1-866-313-FREE. A couple things before we move out of here. For the weekend.
What are those buttons you keep pushing?
Oh, it's an OCD thing, nothing.
So there's
the OCD
I thought
button.
It was that. So it's nothing. You're doing nothing.
No, I do a lot of things that keeps a rhythm going for myself.
So pushing
a lot of tapping, I do this a lot with the chair and tap pens and just like go like this
and push off buttons.
I'm playing music. I don't know.
Those are off buttons. So they're already off, and he just hits them. Sometimes it turns it on and off.
It just gets my rhythm going for the show.
All right, I didn't know what
it's weird, I know.
I thought you kept having to do that.
It makes me look like I'm really doing something important, right?
I was like, I can't believe he knows when to push those every other second and what button to do.
No.
And he's talking.
It's like flying a space shuttle.
He's got a CD in his hand.
I don't even realize to do it anymore, so it's funny when someone points it out. But yeah, I'll just kind of tap buttons that are already on. I'm just tapping a button that's on right now.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
And somehow it gets my brain in a rhythm, so I could help with the show. That's all.
All right. It works. It works.
We all have our little foibles and quirks.
Foibles. Ugh.
What?
I don't know. They were just showing a bunch of kids on a couch. One was picking his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we got some more audio. Keeping it light today. It's Friday.
It's a little skeevy.
Getting people ready for the weekend. A girl gets arrested, and she wasn't happy about it.
Who would be?
Does Danny know about this video? No? Don't come in.
Oh, Jesus.
Then the music has to play.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
yeah.
Dance, Danny's in studio.
I'm going to see it.
Danny Dance Revolution.
See it, Danny.
Is that how you find it on YouTube?
Yeah. Go to Danny Dance Revolution. You'll see Danny doing his Dance Revolution moves. And I got to say, it's some of the best dance moves I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Since Travolta.
He's got wide hips. That's why. Danny has birthing hips.
I'm starting to think.
Wow, Sam's doing the Danny.
I'm starting to think that Danny was supposed to be a midget, and he just got by. Like, he just got by.
You're right. You're right.
Well, there's a picture that we have of Danny. He's like in short shorts. He's in like Rich Voss short shorts. No top on, like carrying a pole or something. What is that? What? What? Oh, wait, there you go.
Let's get it right here. It wasn't short shorts. It was full-size jeans that I had rolled up to my ass cheeks.
Yeah, he was just trying to have some
difficult
fun.
To do.
Unlike Rich Voss, who was trying to get a little more drugs from a gay drug dealer, so he wore short shorts. One of the best stories we've ever heard, Bob. Look what Danny did as a goof. And in that picture, he looks like he could have possibly been a midget.
Yeah, why is that? Is this the way
It looks like he is.
Is it the way you're posed, the way the photo was taken?
To be perfectly honest, I think it's just that specific camera. It was a cell phone camera.
The cuffed pants.
It's because he's wide. He has these wide bones. His hips are wide. His chest is short and wide.
He's got
just
little
being picked
muscular.
apart by this
He's got
guy.
little muscular legs.
But he's not considered really short. That's the weird part about it. But his body has it looks like he could have been a little person.
In the 1920s, he would have been like a regular sized man. But in 2007,
with a fedora on.
We've all grown.
Yeah.
Man has evolved inches.
Getting taller and taller.
I think it's getting to the point where, back in the day, a little person was like maybe 4'10" and under, but now, yes, Bob, 5'5" and under is now considered a little person.
You're a midget. Danny's a midget.
Is it the leg to torso ratio?
Yeah, there's something going on.
Is that an issue? It looks like it in that picture, but I think that might be because your pant legs are rolled up kind of funny.
Well, he has that little midget butt too. That little.
Did your mom drink a lot when she was pregnant with you?
She had to have.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Little fetal alcohol syndrome.
That's what I'm thinking was going on. Yeah.
Something's got to explain her psychosis.
Yeah.
Because midgets are fat and thin too. He has that he has a little chunky.
No, you know what it is?
It's not fat.
It's my dad has that awful stumpy, body type where he's got that long that thing you were just talking about, the big torso, stubby leg thing.
Yeah, wide. Yeah, you do. And you have that little slamming little midget booty.
I have a soft spot for little people now because that show Little People Big World. Do you watch
that
one?
The farm?
Yeah, he's a classic.
The pumpkin farm?
Did
I
you
would
cry,
love
Bob?
to talk to this guy. He has more confidence than anyone in this room, and he's a little guy, and he's on crutches all the time.
Yeah, but I love that his midget kid hates being a midget.
Right.
He hates his parents for being midgets.
Dude. Yeah, have you watched Little People Big World?
No.
They're ready to do another marathon. You guys sit down and watch. It's the most amazing thing. They're little people that hate each other. The mom and the dad hate each other.
The mom acts like a tall person. To the dad.
Yeah.
Who's a midget.
And he
treats him
has more confidence than anyone in this room. I mean, he's ridiculous that what he's been able to accomplish in his life. And he has 4 kids, 3 kids. How many kids?
A girl.
4 kids. Yeah. 4 kids. 3 of them are average size.
Except for one.
Oh, no.
And their son is now 17, and he's pretty much 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
He's pushing 6, and the father is like 4.
I believe it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, well.
And to get 3 out of 4.
And what makes the show amazing, the 17-year-old son that's pushing 6 foot, his twin brother is a midget. Yeah. And hates being a midget. Not happy about it.
He hates it because his brother
is getting all the babes, man. All the babes. And he has to sit there
He's still kicking around a soccer ball, kind of. He goes to kick it and he rolls over it.
And then the 2 other kids are, quote, normal size.
Yeah.
And,
but the mother hates the father's guts because the father comes up with these schemes. All right, and he talks like Vinnie Brand.
I think I'm thinking of building a pirate ship in the back of the house and sell tickets. And
she's like...
He's an entrepreneur with his farm. He has, an old western town with underground tunnels. And the funny thing is, he uses his handicap because besides being a little person, whatever, he can't really walk well. He's got crutches and stuff.
Yeah.
So he bosses everyone else around. He comes up with these ridiculous ideas for this huge farm, and then he tells his help, all right, get the backhoe, and he's just...
Move it.
He's just a tyrant.
Build me a trebuchet. I want to throw a pumpkin 100 yards.
And they do it. And then somebody got hit in the head with it. The backfire, some lady got smashed in the head.
Poor people that have to build it.
His own son and this guy, Mike, that just lives on the farm because he has no family or something.
I should have put him in the trebuchet.
Trebuchet, yeah.
But he's always coming up with ideas, and his wife is very conservative and stupid ideas. She doesn't want to hear any of it. She wants him to go to a 9-to-5 job and bring home a nice paycheck, and he is he's a free spirit. He always has been. It's like, screw that. I want to do this. I want to do that. He has those zip lines all over his freaking farm that they went on vacation. They did a zip line. And he thought, oh my God, I got to make my own now. Back at the farm.
Hey, Mike, build me a zip line. I want to zip. I want to go. I don't want to take the car around I want to zip line from house to house.
Yeah. So he just goes on a zip line. You can only go one way.
No, he uses actually it's a green little truck. That's his truck, and it has like
it's
pedals.
a mule.
Yeah, it's a mule.
Oh, one of those things.
He tools around the farm in a mule. The guy's hilarious.
He rides
His
a mule.
kids have no respect for him.
No, that's not true.
They do whatever they want.
They're regular teenagers, and they're kind of holding back like that. Look, this worked when we were the same height, but I'm a foot and a half taller than you.
I'm 9, and I can beat the crap out of him.
Right.
But the wife always just undercuts him.
Really?
She's a even though she's like a little person, she's still just a regular wife attitude.
Yeah, he loves her to death, and she couldn't be bothered really. Basically,
that sounds like a sad show.
It's a really good show.
But the dad's hands are regular.
Yeah,
really, it doesn't have like that little hand.
But no. And the big hands,
bigger than Rich Voss's hands.
And you want to hear the other?
Yeah.
You want to hear the other drag? About the show. So you got the two twins. The one is regular size. The other one is, midget or whatever. And there's another brother who's now, 9 maybe? Mm-hmm. And is already taller than the 17-year-old and wrestles him and beats him up. And
that is sad.
Not beats him up, but beats him up like you would, when brothers are fooling around. And the kid has to just take the fact that his 9-year-old brother is stronger than him and bigger than him already. He just walks around the house like, oh, God, does this suck? He doesn't have that same free spirit like his dad does. Like his dad's like, whatever. I don't care if I have one arm, one leg.
Yeah.
He just doesn't care. It never affected his life. But the son is definitely like...
They tried to send the son to a midget dance. They have midget...
No, they have conventions.
Little convention.
Oh, convention, yeah, I've heard
little
about
people
those.
Conventions.
The little people.
And only like a real... god-awful Holiday Inn in the middle of Milwaukee will accept this convention. It's like... Does
the sign on the outside just say "Welcome Midgets" or something, or little people?
It's not up on the building though. It's actually on the front doors, so they can see it. But
how you doing?
Yeah, but the thing is there's like hot midgets.
I've seen a couple of midget women that are kind of hot. That one from Total Recall wasn't that bad for a midget. I mean,
yeah, without the makeup, the eyeball on her forehead.
No, not that one. The little the midget one that picks up the machine gun.
Yeah,
she had like big boobs for midget.
Well, there's two different. There's dwarf.
There's a dwarf,
and they have to keep their wallets in their front pocket because they can't reach their back.
Well,
pockets.
she's a dwarf.
She was a dwarf, right?
She was a dwarf. A midget is the same proportion but midget is known as a derogatory term.
Yeah.
They're all under the umbrella of little people, but it doesn't distinguish between dwarf and then what do you call the people that...
They're all under one umbrella?
We used to be midgets. Yeah, when it rains, every single one. Under one umbrella.
Hey, really fast, Tony on Long Island. Tony, what's up?
Tony.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, yeah?
Great show, that Little People, Big World. My wife watches it all the time, and this guy comes up with those crazy schemes. But Bob Kelly, man, you nailed his voice. You do him perfectly.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. It was one of these shows I wanted to kind of point and laugh.
Yeah.
And then I got hooked. I'm like, oh, he's just a regular guy.
You're right, Opie. You're right.
Boys. Kind of turned me around a little bit. And the guy is just so full of life. He bought himself a Volkswagen Bug and he races it and stuff.
Really?
Oh yeah. He just does he's a free spirit, and his wife's like a stupid hobby he's got.
She's always putting dishes away. Right. And he's just sitting there.
I'm checking over the budget, and I think we can afford a roller coaster. I think we can get a roller coaster. I mean, we'll get more people in here with the pumpkin patch, the pirate ship, and the trebuchet.
Pick your own peaches.
Yeah, he has.
And now he's like. He's in his mule, and he's just a dreamer and he's like looking at this field, and he's like, Christmas trees. Remember Christmas trees. So now, and it's not good enough because it's a flat area in his farm that's doing nothing. He's like, we're going to plant, you got to do the voice, we're going to plant Christmas trees.
Christmas trees everywhere.
But that's not good enough. And trust me, he could barely lift a hammer and he can't. He could like operate some of the heavy machinery.
Order people around.
I gotta tell you, I mean, he comes up with the ideas and then just bosses everyone else around to get the ideas done. He's like, so the field wasn't good enough that it's flat and you could, find your own Christmas tree, right? Eventually. He wanted to make the terrain rough so you really have a good time going up and down the hills trying to find your Christmas tree.
What a dope.
I'm telling you, this guy he's crazy.
And the best part, he doesn't finish any of his ideas, and that's a problem with the wife. He's a dreamer. She's like, he's a dreamer, never gets anything accomplished.
He really is. He has a half a pumpkin patch.
And she made him go back to his job. I guess he's like a software genius. And but that's before the show got really big. Now it's ridiculous. Everyone wants to go to this farm to pick their pumpkins and stuff because they've seen the show.
Yeah.
So now he doesn't have to work. But before that, she made him go back to work, and you could tell he's miserable with his tiny little suitcase going to the airport.
Did he have to wear a suit and everything?
Oh yeah.
He had a little thing. He had he wheeled himself, and he has crutches too. These little crutches that I think they're attached to his wrist or something, right?
I don't know.
Like braces, those.
Yeah, kind of
like old polio braces.
Yeah,
or
but
something?
they're like wooden crutches.
Yeah,
from back in the day.
Oh,
So
he gets around.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to travel. Go to Hertz, rent a car, make sure it has GPS and long pedals. And, all
Big
the stuff he has
blocks on
to
the
go
pedals,
through. He
yeah.
can just stay home and create stuff on his pumpkin patch.
It's like playing a real life like roller coaster Sim City type thing.
Right.
Where he just goes around and goes, yeah, put something there.
Oh, he's
See something if this works.
Oh, yeah, he's redoing the barn to make it a guys' hangout. I mean, it's just like, but once again, he's not doing any of the.
You know what it
lifting.
is? It's anything to keep his mind off of the fact that he's 2 feet tall. Just keep working. Don't stop for a second.
I wish that was the case. I got to tell you the truth, though, man. The guy could care less that
He loves it.
Yeah.
He's disabled.
Oh, he loves that he has to pull himself into a car. He loves it. He loves his little mule. He loves and he loves telling people. Well, whatever. He loves tooling around on it.
Yeah,
It's his son who's gonna. I'm telling you, his son hates life.
Yeah, well,
his son really hates it.
Because his twin brother's bringing home all these like high school babes, and he's got to find his date from like a little people convention.
Yeah, dude.
And then he brings his girl to kind of visit, and it's just like,
not the same thing.
It's just not the same. Yeah.
And they're playing soccer, and like he can't like block it. He can't, you know what I mean? Like his brother's flying around with his friends and kicking the ball, and
of course not,
back and forth on each foot, and he's like he's just sitting there like a goalie. I think they just made him a goalie, right?
No, he actually has some skills, big time.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Really?
Yeah, he does. Actually.
Look at Anthony so badly wants to trash.
I've never seen the show. So
do yourself a favor, try to find it this weekend. Check it out so we can talk about it a little bit
find
more
it
on Monday. It's
I'll
I said,
screen it.
I definitely look. I said, wow, this has got to be a hilarious like freak show to watch, and now it turned me, and now I'm like.
Opie, I'm glad you like the show.
Yeah,
and,
I'm rooting for Matt.
They're all sympathetic.
Anytime you want to come out to the pumpkin patch, your pumpkin's on me.
I would love to talk to the guy, and I would treat him with nothing but respect.
I respect you too.
Here's a girl getting arrested, and she. She wasn't really happy about it.
Wow.
What happened there?
She must have fainted. Didn't say a word. That's it. You keep your mouth shut. You take your pinch like a man.
Go to drinking out of town.
Oh no!
She didn't go with "I want my daddy."
I want my daddy.
What happened?
Is this a video?
Yeah, the video's on the website.
I gotta see it. Okay.
We don't know the exact situation, but she's lying on the ground. The police have her down on the ground, and she's in handcuffs, and she's just kind of rolling on her stomach, trying to get up and screaming and
oh no,
calling out for her daddy.
I want my for her daddy. Goddamn Sam, calling out for her daddy.
Daddy. Right. Well, you know what I meant.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
She's calling for daddy. Oh, that is sad. That is really sad.
I want my daddy.
I want my daddy.
You still call him daddy?
Well, when situations like that come about, I guess she,
Yeah.
kind of reverts back. How old a gal is she, would you say?
Old enough not to say
daddy.
Not to say I want my daddy.
Yeah.
Point. Yeah,
Perfect. Oh, is that the video?
Woman calls for daddy while being arrested up on one of our websites. I'm sure it's on YouTube under the same
He has a
title.
hog-tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Wow, she's
Smacking
pounding
her head on
head?
the street. What a dummy.
All right, here we go. Here's another fine piece of audio.
I don't think we can play this on the air, Opie. This is from one of Steve's movies? One of his home movies?
Oh, that was the wrong tape. Oops.
Steve, camp counselor.
Welcome to my bunk.
That is,
What do you think that is, Bob Kelly? Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
I don't know. Was it the little midget guy trying to pick up a pumpkin?
Can we hear it again?
The big A trying to spell an R word.
Wow, that sounds,
well,
somebody got kicked in the stomach.
It obviously sounds like something bad happening to him, not something
He
good.
obviously lost his win. It's a guy who base jumped with his bike.
Oh, I was going to say E-Rock refusing a steak. The rest
And he hits the ground. And hits the ground. Our second favorite base jump pain clip.
Yep.
I mean, nothing will ever beat.
Right there, he's thinking, what a bad idea.
Why when you get the wind knocked out of you, do you have to say something? You have to try to speak.
I don't know.
Why can't you just sit there and not try to do anything?
I don't know.
Everybody's like, I have to tell you how much that hurt. Oh, God.
What if I do? I hurt my knee, man.
I did it again 2 weeks ago. I snapped it in half.
Great. Anyway, Indy Mike, what's going on?
Morning, gentlemen. Just checking in. Opie had mentioned staying a little bit late today. Didn't know if it was going to happen or not.
Tom, can we stay late today? We have nowhere else to go.
Don't make him hurt his head shaking it no that quickly.
Tom? Oh, my God, look. He ran in to the other room, and he's waving us off. He's waving us off. No.
Not even a go around. It's don't even land at this airport.
Right. He just waved us off again, unfortunately.
Here's my favorite guy having trouble.
All right.
Bob Kelly with his broken knee.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Bob Kelly will be at Comics, COMIX.
Yeah.
2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow night, 1 show Sunday.
Yeah.
What do the people need to do if they're in the New York area? Bob Kelly.
Just call Comics at 212-524-2500 or comicswithanXNY.com for tickets. Come on down, and if you say free FM, you get $5 off your ticket price.
Very nice.
If you say anything else, you have to pay full price.
All right, Ant's going to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
Oh, yeah.
No, I said Ant's going to see you this weekend.
Oh, you're going?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
you're
Bob,
not
down.
I'm not going. I was joking because I got to go out to F.H. Riley's this weekend. So
all right.
I'll be at F.H. Riley's off and on this weekend. Ant's going to go see you. And, well, we'll see you guys on Monday, I guess, right?
Monday.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll see you on Monday.
Thank you.
Don't forget her.